Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy!
Shut up, Pikachu.
I don't choose you, Pikachu. Fuck. Hi, Michelle! Alright.
And we're joined by Rosie this week.
Yay.
Hi, Rosie!
At least for a few minutes before she goes to bed.
Boo.
But well, you for the whole thing, it's going to be until like 1 in the morning, and you need to sleep.
We've been out forever, too. She needs to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm just being silly.
So, hello. How's everybody doing this week? Hope everyone's staying safe in amidst all of the craziness going on this week.
Oh, this is
luckily it hasn't stretched over to this side.
Just wait for this fucking month to be over. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Of the sound, as it were.
There's some protests in Canada as well for not the
pretty
same,
much everywhere.
Not the same thing, but the same type of thing. So.
It's an old thing.
Yeah.
D-large. You're not gonna find it.
What are you talking about? Oh, the Pikachu. Yeah, show your Pikachu to the people choose.
My mom found it at a thrift store, bought it for herself, and then gave it to me.
Yeah.
Hooray!
I got it for like $5 or something.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Whatever it was a crazy good deal, and far less than I'm sure you'd pay for it on eBay.
That's just like collectible. Pokemon stuff's still collectible, especially vintage
Absolutely.
stuff.
I was gonna say, if it's like a Gen 1.
If it's from 90s Pokemon, it might be worth something to someone, you know?
It should say somewhere.
I saw fucking party hats go for like
Tag's
50
been
bucks.
cut off there.
Really?
Oh.
Package an unopened 1990s
look at the-
Pokemon powder party
Show
hat.
on camera one
Battery
more time.
pack. Hold on a second. No, there's nothing printed on the battery pack. Hold on. Rose is just stuffing the battery back in his butt. No, I don't think there's nothing else in there.
That's an imagery.
Yeah, it had a tag, but the tag's been cut off, so... So yeah, show it again so the Garbage Gamer wanted to see it.
Oh my god, I got a retweet. Nice. My tweet was, hey, I'm high as track pussy and talking nerdy, come hang out with me, you fucking weirdos. I got a retweet! I got a retweet!
I was gonna say, because there's the original Gen 1 Pikachu, like before the show came to the US, he was a stumpy little, like a rat.
Yeah, like a
And
chubby.
then he thinned out.
Really, Joe?
You look kind of like
So I want to guess that it's probably a Gen 1
Yeah.
plush.
Wow.
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's a Gen 1.
Thank you.
100%.
And his cheeks light up.
And its ears wiggle.
Oh, and his ears wiggle, yeah.
The dimensions on a modern Pikachu are different. They're much pudgier, more round.
Yeah. He's like a little ball. Little ball of pudge. There you go. So he's like lightly animatronic, which is pretty cool. So he could be a thick boy, yeah. And hello, Bluto. Good to see you here, dude.
Bluto, hey buddy.
Shut up, you
Long
damn
time no
bulb
see.
fucking
Bluto says,
electricity.
by that logic, my storage locker of Jamiroquai hats are worth millions.
No. Because it's not Pokemon related from the 90s.
Wow, I guess it's SNI, says Michelle. Very good. Did you just like wake up and mysteriously find yourself here or something?
I think so.
Where am I? What's going on? Who are all these people?
Where did Rosie get that? It's like everybody but me knows like this is some incredibly rare and valuable fucking thing.
She said, Stoudman. Did you forget already? It was...
No. Michelle said it, and so I'm like, why are you guys freaking out about it? It's just a Pikachu.
Yeah, that's
From
that's
the
what
trash. No,
It's not just a Pikachu. It's like an OG Pikachu.
I've seen a lot of Pikachu.
The stumpy little.
Yeah,
that
would
was
be
OG
it.
Pikachu right there from the very first
Yeah.
game.
Yep, different dimensions.
Aw, you sound sad.
And that's how you can tell that
His ears went back and like
Gen 1.
tapped my hand.
Or at the very least, a knockoff of a Gen 1 product.
I know
I think it's original.
AI,
I'm pretty
but
sure
I
that's
feel
There's
that.
a weird version also that had like a oddly like stretched neck.
Oh.
I think it's just a weird piece of art.
Giraffe-Chu.
I was just gonna say.
yeah, this one.
Oh my god.
Contrast. is horrible.
He's actually jumping. It's not
Yeah,
as
it's
weirdly
something, but
Shrek neck.
it's just like
Okay.
It's the way he's
Head's
drawn.
up
It's
and
the
then-
angle.
He's jumping, yeah.
It's a current. It's a third angle, so it's a kind of at an angle.
yeah, it
Kind of looks weird.
Generation 1.
Yep.
Reminds me of the first Pikachu cards, like for the trading card game.
Because that's what they use. They use the first gen image. That's all back to the original stuff.
The one I
They didn't
showed,
change the look
first
until
one I showed
mid
was
2000s,
literally
I think.
a pixelized version of what was actually
3000.
printed on the.
Now I wonder-
cards.
Was Pikachu as popular in Japan initially as it became?
He was
as
more
he
popular
became
in
here?
Japan
Really?
than he was.
Yeah.
More popular in Japan than here.
Well,
he was the
I
actual
mean-
spokesperson for the.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
look at the show. I mean, the show is from Japan, so, I mean, Pikachu's front and center in literally all of them.
True.
So, you know.
The logic tracks.
But like the show wasn't really released right alongside the game as it was released.
Game came later.
The
I thought.
game came out in like 1996.
Which game are you talking about, though? Like, the card
The
game
original
came...
Pokemon game.
I thought the card game came first and the
The
anime...
Game Boy game, not the
No, card game came first.
Yeah, the card game came...
The
The
card
card
game
game
came
came
first?
first, the anime
Okay.
came along with it to promote the card game.
Oh, I thought the
And
Game
then-
Boy game came first.
I don't think
I'm
so.
just totally
No, I
wrong.
There's a
with
manga
it.
before all of that, by the way. So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, the manga probably tied into the card game, because I'm pretty sure the card
No,
game and the...
I don't know. I think the manga was its own thing, if I remember correctly.
And like some... I'm pretty sure the card game is ground zero for it, and then everything else just spawned out of that.
Why doesn't the game historian do an
Like
entire
Yu-Gi-Oh! Like
hour-long
Yu-Gi-Oh! was the
episode on
card game, and
Pokemon?
then...
Make sure it doesn't cry.
Aw. It's okay, Pikachu. You're among friends. I've seen your
I actually-
detective movie.
I have some little I have a little knockoff Pokemon figures.
Detective
This is like-
Pikachu's a great movie, by the way.
There's my little Meryl.
Oh my god, how many Pikachus do you have? I didn't realize you had this many. Okay, so she's also got this. These are
Okay,
just regular stuffies. So she's got
This is
this
the
one.
Weasel one I can't.
So I did
remember the
that.
name
And
of
then she's got
Just to make
this
sure I
is
was right.
obviously a later one. You can tell, like, bigger ears. Well, both of them are actually bigger ears
The
and stuff.
Game Boy games Pocket Monster came out first. The
Oh.
cards followed suit, and then the show was last.
That's right.
The game was first. Okay. video game
Pikachu
was
just
first.
said Pika Pika, which, you know, Pika Pika. That's correct. Good job, Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean, but they were literally like months apart from each other.
Oh my god, don't show all your Pokemons, please.
The show.
I'm just wondering
Yeah,
how
Pikachu
Pikachu
doesn't want you to
became
show
a
all the
big popular
Pokemon.
character.
Is it
Yeah.
cute? And it's the main
I'll do
character,
it
main character of the
for-
show.
Japan,
Right.
the first release of Red
well,
and Blue
okay.
aired
Can you
in
take all these
February
Pikachus out of my lap, please? Thank you.
I must wrap
and
them
the
up
card
like
game
they
was
are my
October
babies.
of '96,
There you go.
Because they are my
and the
babies.
show was February of
I
'97.
stole this one from Valencia. Won
We're all
this
talking
one
over each
at
other.
a carnival.
I'm
I was
beginning to
just
think
saying
they
that.
must, Michelle.
Who cares? So
Michelle is just saying, do those things breed in Rosie's
Everyone's
room?
talking at once. I'm just like, I literally can't hear anything anyone's saying. I'm just like, okay.
What?
Everyone's talking over each other, and I can't hear when that happens. So I'm just like,
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Pikachu equals tribbles. Yeah. The trouble with Pikachu.
yeah, people asking, you know, do Pokemon have sex? I'm like, there's literally a breeder you can go to. in the
Yes.
game.
So the answer is yes.
Okay.
But you
Yes.
have to take them to the yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you
Yes.
have to take them to the special sex place.
You do, actually. You have to take some special sex
Oh my
place.
god!
Only a trained supervisor can make them sex.
Oh, God.
Like I said,
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Maybe that'll be
It's
the title of
disguised
this
as a way to
episode.
make it.
Name it Togepi.
it's literally disguised in the U.S. versions as a daycare center, but it literally
Yep.
states in the description that if you leave Pokemon of similar types with each other, eggs will appear.
Magically, mysteriously. Yeah.
Yep.
What's going on in that daycare? So I guess that's the title of this week's episode. Welcome to the Pokemon sex episode of SNI, everybody.
Yeah, that's great.
Pokesex. There you go.
Pokesex episode.
Pokesex, yeah.
Oh god.
Of course, that
Yeah,
works fine when you say it, but to type it in the title would just like poke sex. What the hell is that?
Gotta breed
If
them
they
all.
only just have like
Pokemon.
Pikachu triplets, right?
God, beat them all. Catch them all, you mean.
Beat them all.
Breed.
Breed
You
them
said
all.
beat them
You
all.
don't have to catch them all if you breed them all.
That's true.
Oh.
Just make more.
That just sounds really wrong.
More and more and more.
Pokemon sex.
Yeah, that sounds like trying to get all the STDs. I'm just saying.
Well,
I remember when
Pokemon
the-
STDs.
Pokemon
No,
Gold and Silver, I think it
You
was.
gotta catch them all, you gotta breed them all. And I was like, that just sounds like looking for STDs.
Well, I didn't
They-
think it meant he wanted to breed them all.
Well, that's
Hey,
my joke, though.
Thanks, Manic Prime. Pokesex.
And everybody was all hyped
oh.
about, what was it, Pika Blue or whatever?
I'm
The
a
fucking-
spaceman.
Meryl.
Man.
His
Yeah.
name is Meryl. I just showed you him.
Oh.
Oh, I know.
Look,
Originally,
fucking Meryl.
originally he was called.
Meryl.
Originally he was called Pika Blue.
I'm a
Gazoo.
spaceman.
It was terrible.
Meryl.
I was gonna say what you
That's
showed up
a
with.
Zoomeril.
Okay.
Meryl is the more circular one.
That is-
I'm a
that's Meryl. It's
spaceman.
bootleg. It's a bootleg Meryl. That's the
No, it's
problem.
Meryl's evolved form. Is what you.
Hey, wait a second, wait a second. Manic Prime, 36 months. 3 years. 3 years
Damn.
subscription. Thanks so much, dude.
Where do I
Really
put
appreciate it.
these? Chuck you over there.
36
over there.
months.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
Hold
crazy.
on to the child.
Yeah, don't throw this one because
Someone actually liked you for 3 years. It's shocking.
I know. What's the matter with you? I'm awful.
I'm awful.
I'm a
Don't do
horrible
it.
person.
Ever. Stop. Knock it
I have
off.
to go get my Pokebook to prove Skinslip wrong.
He put it in my room, I think.
I don't care.
Here you I don't care. Hey, Michelle, 13 months, lucky 13.
I'm
Look at
wrong
all
about
of
Pokemon.
Okay. I'm lovely.
I played a bit of the card game in the day. That's about it. In some of the
Kiss me. Okay.
So I'm no Pokemon expert. That's for damn sure.
Well, I had cartoon hearts over my eyes and a cartoon mouth with its tongue sticking out over my mouth. So
So you were
That
making
was-
out with yourself.
I get, well, whoever put
lonely
their
are
face up to
you?
their camera to make out with my cartoon mouth.
That's wow. Your daughter's ruthless. Jesus.
I know.
No.
So-
God damn. Girl, you gotta tone it back a little bit. Jesus.
So what?
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
What?
A Zoomeril. It's not Meryl.
Sure.
Look.
Okay.
So you can't see it.
It's Azumarill. I get it.
I think she was just joking anyway.
No.
And you took it way seriously and
No.
ran off and got your book.
Azumarill? Yeah, it's Meryl. Meryl,
Oh,
Meryl,
oh. We just got the hype train
Fuck the hype train.
with
Hi,
someone
hi,
knocking on the
check it
door.
out. Woo.
Whoa, what the hell, Rose? What's your problem? Oh, I'm scared.
The knock.
She wasn't expecting
Say
the
something.
second one.
That's amazing.
There we go. Got it.
I
Amazing.
just saw her flail on them.
I know, right? It was great. I was like, saw her jump like 5 feet.
Mhm.
Shit.
Oh, hype
the
train
entertainment I need.
39%, 40%.
Come on.
Come on,
hype
someone
it
help
up.
out Duncan here. Can't leave it all up to our master of tea ceremonies.
Someone gift other people subs. Come on.
Yeah, you can gift subs. You can sub. You can do bits. You can do soundboard. Whatever.
Gifting subs is
Come
the thing you
on,
help
hype up the hype train, guys, so it can
You
go
help
into
the most
the
by
next
gifting
area.
subs.
I
You
think
help the most
so.
by
Yeah.
subs.
Yeah, I think
You
subs
need the
and
sub count to go up.
subs and gifting subs. Does the most. Smackdown drops another 300, bringing it up to 46% on the hype train. Woo woo!
Come on, yo, let's hype it up, wubble it up, dub.
Rosie's been watching a lot of Rick and Morty today. Hey, thanks, Iceman. Another 100 bits, bringing us up to 48%. I'll just show you guys where
Rick
we're at
Sanchez
here.
is a terrible role model. Just
Whoa,
remember that.
Major Matoko just dropped 1,000 bits.
Nice.
69. Nice.
You could have gifted 2 subs.
Nice.
For that. Wow.
That's
You could have
okay.
2 more
She
subscribers
brought
here.
it to 69%, and that's all
Oh
that
my
really
goodness,
matters.
you did.
So
Never mind. I take
I'm
all
okay
the
with
criticism
that.
back.
Oh, another one. We got Major Matoko
Hey!
gifted.
Hey, long time viewer got it.
Michelle gifted a sub to Michael the Collector. Sweet, Michael, you get to play with those emotes for the next month.
Michelle!
89%. Michael just subscribed with the creepy pig dude. It's the gift sub. Toon Man dropped a few bits. Major Matoko dropped a few more bits.
We're at 90%, guys. Come
Madness.
on, hype it up.
I think we did it. 100%.
Hey, Michelle, thank you for another one.
What? Why is it sitting at 100%?
And now,
Do we need one
Take
more
a
to
minute
put it
roll
over?
No,
Put the
Four
camera
levels.
at
wait,
yourself.
2.5
4
minutes.
levels to go. Let's go.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
It keeps building, it keeps going, and then when we roll to the next, when the time runs out, we go to the next tier, I think.
Okay. And then it should hopefully count everything.
Yeah, it should.
I swear it
Nice,
usually
Larry.
clicks over as soon as we hit 100%.
Yeah.
That's the right way.
Hit
Usually.
100% right there.
Someone
Don't
quick,
worry, it'll
good
go.
at it.
It'll go.
And
It'll do.
Duncan just earned a 75k bits badge. Holy shit,
He
you've
did.
been just a madman with the bits. Thank you so much,
Damn,
dude.
dude.
Major Matoko.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
There we go.
It is. 100%.
I bet it was 100%, but it's like probably 99.99999.
No, I think it's just slow. Indiana Jones 007. Oh my God, he's putting it on the pig.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm trained.
The pig was going super saiyan. It was so cool.
There we go. We're rocking 1% on our way to.
Only 99% to go.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We can do it.
Toon Man just gifted
Yeah,
the sub to Iceman. I think I lost my
8%.
frame rate. Yeah, I'll fix that after.
92% to go.
92% to go. That's right. Oh, another subscription. Oh, that's the Iceman one.
One
See,
nice
it
thing, though, is
takes some time to get to the space.
He chose
pig.
at
Hold
random,
on.
so.
Hello. I'm a spaceman. Oh.
Hold on.
Rosie's a spaceman. I'm a spaceman. We're both spacemen. Hey. Oh,
Spaceman. Spaceman.
we're rocking.
So-
We're rockers.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Woo!
So
Oh
one
my
of the
God,
nice
there.
things about reaching at least the first level of the hype train is
Woo!
if you gift anything at
Is this
this
hair
point,
ever
even
going to go away?
one little bit, anything at this point,
Okay.
you will receive at least one emote.
That's
for doing
true.
so.
That's true.
So you don't have to put a whole lot into it just to get a little bit back. You're basically at that point paying 1 bit for a fucking emote. And it's like, well,
Well, yeah, exactly.
I can't even
Normally
afford to
people
get
pay-
bits.
Get
normally
those,
people pay $5 a month for emotes.
get
So I'm
those-
just saying.
like get those hype train emotes while it's going because that's the only time you
And
can
those
get
emotes
them.
last forever.
Yeah, once you got them, you've got them forever. So
I only have 2 so far, but I don't have any bits. I don't have money to get bits.
I think I don't know. I've got a few.
Brr.
Yeah, I've got a few. So we're sitting at 25%. Holy shit! Jail just couldn't resist that one. It's like, wait a minute, evil can help. Yes.
Will you please stop saying that?
Does your sub mean nothing to me?
Holy moly! Hype, baby!
Oh, look at that donation.
Oh,
Yeah,
holy
night.
shit. Actually, I don't think that kind of tipping counts.
Donations don't
It does
count
not.
for the hype train. They
Yeah.
count for me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Pay bills.
They definitely help me pay the bills. That's very grateful.
I should have been more clear. That is my fault. I apologize.
That's okay. It's basically okay.
Give his money back.
So hold on. So it's bits. So like cheers, soundboard, subscriptions, and gift subs. That's what affects the train. Those 4 things. But thank you for the dono anyway, dude. I really appreciate that. So we're sitting at 25% on our way to level 2. There's a minute and a half left. I'm glad that we got it now and not like in the middle of the news or pickups or something. We can just kind of get the hype
I was
train
so fucking
going.
annoyed it happened during pickups.
I know. I think it did once, didn't it? Yeah, it did.
It
a couple-
annoyed me the whole
few
fucking
weeks-
time I was waiting for you to finish it.
Oh, we could tell. We could see the very palpable annoyance.
Oh, yes.
It's like I have no control over it. It happens when it happens.
You don't have to focus on it. Just let it happen.
What? That's
It's
not
happening.
fun. That's no.
In the middle of pickups.
So you focus on the hype train
No.
because the whole point of it is hype. You hype people up to contribute more to the hype train. You want to just ignore it on your
Yes, I'm
channel,
cool.
that's fine. On our channel, we focus on the hype. When the hype happens, we make a big deal out of it. Speaking of which, we're sitting at 32%.
I want to interrupt the flow of the show. That's
there
all.
you go.
This is fine. There's nothing going on here.
This is
you know?
the flow. This is part of the show.
No. I'm
You're
talking about
just-
when you interrupted pickups. Not right
it's a
now. I'm not right
surprise
now.
thing that happens. It's like it happens when it happens, and we celebrate. It's part of the fun.
You're
Anyway.
just dragging her along for the
Anyway,
ride,
Duncan
causing her
just
more
dropped
pain
another
than she
1,100
already
bits,
has.
bringing us up to
Holy
49%. I don't know how far I don't think we're going to make it unless somebody's going to drop like a bajillion bits in the next 2 seconds. But,
Or donate like 5 or 10 gift
Pluto
subs
dropped
or
a couple hundred.
Oh well, that's good.
Well, that's okay. I think we might get to 50-something%.
You're all going to
Eventually,
get at least one emote. That's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely get some emotes.
Oh shit!
Hype train success. The hype train has left
Just
the
missed it, I
building,
think.
ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no. Pluto already got it.
Got
for
one
the 200.
emote. There we
I
go.
meant that last one though. He tried to get the last one in. and he
Oh,
didn't.
Got the hype piece. Got 6 subs and 5,602 bits. And 3 emotes. 6 emotes. 9 emotes. Well, 6 emotes being delivered
They're random, so not everyone gets the same
randomly to everybody.
emote. A bunch of people get the
That looks
peace
like
sign.
everybody got the same emote.
Well, no, you get that one, but the other ones you get are random.
Yeah.
Because you get to level 2, you get a second set of emotes.
Oh,
We're
right.
getting to level
Okay.
2, so.
Gotcha.
So it's showing you that everyone gets a peace sign and then 2 random ones. Peace sign, 2 random ones. So everyone gets the peace sign,
Yeah.
2 random.
We didn't get the random ones.
Yeah,
There
50
we go.
viewers. Good
All
shit.
50 viewers. Indeed.
Not even our most.
There's 50 people watching. I'm just going to fix my
Yeah.
camera.
Oh, God.
I
terrifying.
gotta do that because it freezes when I fix the camera, so might as well freeze on a funny face and make everybody laugh.
Or have you haunting their nightmares
Or
for
just
the rest
really
of their
disturb
lives.
them, yeah. There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
All right, y'all.
Okay, good to go. Ready to rock and roll. So, did we want to do things in a slightly different order this week since Rose is here? Maybe we could start with pickups since you had some stuff you wanted to show.
Okay.
I'm fine with whatever. It's
I
your
don't have
show.
any pickups, so
You don't have
I got 4.
You don't have any pickups, Stout? Really? Hold on a second.
nope.
He's gonna have a lot
Bye,
soon.
Alice.
Yeah, that's
Goodbye.
Vinegar Timber sale should be coming in
It's like,
Dude.
what do you say soon?
in about a week or 2.
Defines.
I have pickups. Sorry, does nobody else have pickups this week?
I got 4.
Not
Oh, you
really.
got 4. Okay. Cass doesn't have
I went
anything.
back,
Stout
I went
doesn't have
back to
anything.
work, so I didn't have time.
And
I
Garbage
got a
Gamer
bunch
doesn't have
of
anything. So
stuff
just
from
me,
Twilight
Skinslip,
that
and
still hasn't come in.
Rosie wanted to show some things. Okay. What?
Yeah,
Kino too, right?
Yeah,
Or
I don't
Fiona
speak
came in.
Danish. I don't remember what that means.
How did I get a...
Does that mean I have pickups, father?
No, it means I love you.
Oh. Well, Yayas could die too.
Mother.
I was like,
Ridding myself of all Teh bit chess.
What?
God, Dad.
Be cool for once.
Holy
Why
shit,
won't
Major
you be
Motoko
cool?
has a ton of those hype train emotes. Did you see that? It's crazy.
I'm wondering how many
I think
I
I only
have
have two.
myself.
I don't know how many I have.
No, don't go to global emotes.
Which one
It's
is?
not
Where
in
is
the
it?
global emotes. Stop scrolling
Hype
for
Train.
the global emote.
Give me its own
Okay.
section. I got two.
I have 7. Hold on a second.
I have these two.
Here we go. I have these ones. So
Who's going first?
Cherry and yeah, I've got the 2 that you got too.
Yeah.
Oh, does that? Oh, I did the peace sign twice. I didn't mean to, but anyway.
That's all right.
Did Rosie collect Detective Pikachu Pokemon cards? No.
I got one.
Oh, did you? Oh, right, you got one with the Blu-ray.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, no, she didn't collect those. She just collects the regular ones. So, all right. Well, Skinslip.
Who's going first?
Well, I'll go. Skinslip will go first, and then me, and then you can wrap it up. Okay. Hold on.
Whatever, Dad.
There we go. Okay.
If the teenager wants to go first, she can
It's
go
fine.
first. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. I just wanted to be the cool aunt, so don't
That's
mind me.
fine.
It's fine. Go ahead.
But then she can take as long as she wants, and she's not making us all wait, and and then she
Cranky.
can go to bed or after.
All right. So first, my folks got a pair of Blu-rays, and I shit them for free because they're getting the digital copies. So we got Sonic the Hedgehog, so I can finally watch that.
Ooh.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
I got that. Viewers sending that to me.
And then I got
look forward
Birds
to
of
it.
Paradise. I'm psyched. I got the slipcover for this. The shiny sit.
Almost got that with my. Well, I'll say later, but I didn't.
Uh.
I really want to see that though.
The only thing I bought this month cost $8.
Yeah.
Shout Factory said this is going out of print, so that's these
Don't,
timeless westerns
Quit
with Last Hard
spinning on my
Men.
knee.
Then move over.
You move over.
It's Rio Conchos, excuse me. Take a Hard Ride, Butch and Sundance, The Early Years, and Last Hard Men. Hard to read those titles on that.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
I think I have that on DVD, actually.
Apparently it's
Probably.
very good. How's your father? I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. So.
Sonic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Sure.
seen it.
And last but not least, we got this. It's a
What is it?
Bruce Lee, L.I. film.
Oh, yeah.
Lee, L.I.
Dynamo.
Called Dynamo.
Yeah.
It's a martial arts film about the making of martial arts movies. Specifically, it's a movie about making a Bruce Lee. It's a Bruceploitation film about making a movie to cash in on the death of Bruce Lee.
Wow. That's so meta.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm gonna have to buy that.
That actually sounds
probably not-
sounds fun. Yeah.
Probably not successful in what it's trying to do, but I don't care.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm sure it's at least a little bit cringy.
Everything.
How's everything? Okay.
I picked this last month, and it finally came in.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I really want to get Birds of Prey. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but
Harley Quinn's
Neither.
amazing.
but I have started watching the Harley Quinn cartoon, the adult one,
Cool.
and that one's a lot of fun so far. Apparently, on I think on Adult Swim, it airs after Rick and Morty.
Oh, really?
So it's like Rick and Morty and then Harley Quinn. I'm like, well, that's an awesome hour right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking it so far. I've only seen the first episode. I had completely forgotten that it even started. I thought it was still like in the works and coming soon. No, it's actually almost done its second season.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So I'm getting caught up.
I've almost finished the book, Manic Prime. The only major difference is how they find the keys.
Oh yeah, Ready Player One. Well, and I think also some of the famous characters that they meet are different in the
Or famous characters that may or may not die in the book.
yeah, they're different in the book.
Oh, my
from
God. The book's so
the
good.
ones that are in the movie, basically for licensing reasons.
I liked Ready
The
Player One
book's
a lot,
amazing.
but the book's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book
Leo
is so
Pardon!
good.
I want to get the book. I don't actually have the book yet. I keep meaning to get it.
They make IY so much more evil in the book.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah,
seen the movie,
Evil
so-
Corporation.
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess I'll show what I got. Damn it.
Not vacuum.
Hold on. So this week, finally got the Christmas package from Mum.
Yay!
So it's like Christmas, birthday, Easter, stuff. So it's a little bit of everything. So anyway, for my birthday, I got. Let's see here. I got 3 Amazon gift cards for Amazon.ca, $50 each. So, needless to say, I immediately spent them.
I don't blame you.
And my first order already came in. So,
Is it what I?
huh?
It should have. I know what it should have been, but
What?
Godzilla.
No, because Godzilla's $300 fucking dollars. So that would have covered half of it, and I don't have another $150 to drop on it. So
I forgot.
I already thought of that. I checked the price, and I was like, nope, still not happening apparently. So anyway, so what I did was I ended up getting some more stuff for the Hammer collection because, of course, Scream Factory's just been going like gangbusters, releasing tons of stuff in the Hammer library, a lot of which has never been released over here, some of which hasn't even been released on DVD over here before, so it's been great. So
which never even been released over there.
Yeah,
actually.
So actually, that's true. I don't know if they actually even have a Blu-ray of Quatermass 2 over there yet, but we have it here.
Oh, yeah.
But in the UK, that is. Anyway, so the first one I picked up is the Plague of the Zombies from 1966. So this is, I guess, just a couple years before Night of the Living Dead. So this is still sort of the voodoo zombies type of zombies.
Yep.
But they
That's one of the best ones, though.
But they very much look like undead zombies. Like they got like I don't know how well you can see, but they got like, sort of corpse-like makeup and stuff. But yeah, apparently this one's really good, and I've been wanting to check it out for a while.
Long ass time ago I saw it, but yes, I remember really enjoying it.
And I'll just show you here. Also, it does have a reversible cover as well.
There's an article that talked about the bridging point between Voodoo Zombies and Romero Zombies, and that was one of the key films.
Oh, absolutely.
The Voodoo Zombies with more modern zombie looks, almost not quite, but it's getting closer. Degrees.
Yeah. And then next up, picked up another one of. This is all standalone stuff because there hasn't been a lot of franchise ones that have been coming up. Plus, I already have a lot of them. There's not that many gaps left to fill. Picked up Demons of the Mind, which is basically kind of a psychological horror one set in the 19th century. So there may be actual demons, or it might be just people going crazy and killing other people. So
I have always wanted to see that one.
Sounds,
I've seen that.
Again, really good. So
the VHS cover I'd see on the shelf always enticed me. So.
Wanted to check this one. No reversible cover here, but we just have scene from the movie.
Outside.
There we go.
Fuck, it's hot in here. 66 degrees. Fuck me.
It's it's hot and muggy here too. I don't know why.
Well, it's been storming all day here. You're probably gonna get the storm next.
Yep, it's supposed to hit BC sometime tonight.
Yep, that's about right. We just passed over us earlier today. It was really bad thunder, like really bad thunder, but light rain.
No sleeping tonight.
Okay, so next up, this one actually just came out, I think, like a couple weeks ago. Picked up Shatter, which is one of the later films from 1974. So this one's notable for a couple of reasons. It's not a horror film. It's basically sort of a crime thriller action movie. But this is the second of all 2 of the collaborations that Hammer Films did with Shaw Brothers. So this is another kung fu sort of crime drama mashup.
I need that.
Also notable in that this is the last film that Peter Cushing did for Hammer. So that's it. That's where it ends.
I've been collecting a lot of Blu-ray or Kung Fu on Blu-ray recently, and that's right up my what needs to happen.
Peter Cushing did come back in the early '80s when they did the anthology TV series, The Hammer House of Horror. But that's it. That's the only other Hammer-related thing he did. As far as films go, Shatter's the last one, apparently.
Wow, all right.
And then, last but most certainly not least, also a very notable film in the Hammer history, we have To the Devil, a Daughter.
That's a classic.
Yeah, starring Nastasha Kinski,
pre-Cat
People Nastasha Kinski. This is from 1976. And also starring Christopher Lee. This is the second last film that Hammer produced before they closed their doors in 1976. This is actually their last horror film from 1976. Before, of course, there's the early 2000s revival, but it's not the same Hammer that it was. Not the same.
No. It's new Hammer, which is fine.
It's new Hammer, which is great. I'm glad that I
actually like the movies they put out.
Oh, so do I. There's been some good ones. But so anyway, I wanted to grab this because it's obviously pretty historically significant, and the overall goal is to get as much of the Hammer filmography as possible over time. So taking a look at Scream Factory's, so I've got 2 more on the way. I ordered 6 all at once, and I guess a couple of them are from a different warehouse, so it's coming sometime this week. And so I took a look on their website just to see how many I have left as far as the ones that Scream Factory has, and there's 8 more to get, and I'll have every Hammer title that Scream Factory's put out.
Wow!
So
you're that close.
Yeah, I've been going like gangbusters with it. Like
I know, I've noticed.
I've been wanting to see all this Hammer stuff raised. There's so much of it I've never seen. But partly because it's just been so hard to come by here. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm like
in here too.
So I'm like a freaking kid in a candy store with all this Hammer stuff because I've been hearing about them for so long, and hardly seen any of them. So this is great. I can't wait to dive into these. I also for the Christmas thing, both Rosie and I got $50 Indigo gift cards, which is the sort of the Canadian Amazon, I guess you could say. Indigo books, chapters, and of course we could buy stuff online there. So I've got a few books on the way from Indigo, and Rosie has a few books.
Don't tell them what I ordered.
Well, no, I'm not going to tell them. I don't reveal things before they arrive. So anyway, I ordered a few books, and Rosie ordered a couple books as well. So
woohoo!
Yeah, so good stuff. So anyway, obviously going to be filming some more updates sometime this week.
Amazon. Oh my god.
Amazon. And then I've got so I'm going to be doing a couple more Hammer update videos this week to be posted later on the YouTubes. So if you want to see some behind-the-scenes action, come on by. And you can maybe catch me procrastinating or possibly actually being productive. That does happen sometimes. So we'll see.
That's kind of like seeing Bigfoot. It happens from time to time.
From time to time.
You aren't sure, but there's like, some blurry video.
You're the same kid that said you saw Bigfoot in your garage. He was using the belt sander.
It's the fucking Sam Squanch.
So the whole concept that he goes into his garage late one night and finds Bigfoot there just like polishing some wood with the belt sander. Hey, how's it going? Just really wanted to smooth this out. I hope you don't mind.
I perfectly visualized all that in my mind.
Well, and you see Dib just standing there, unable to speak, looking in sheer horror.
Hey, how's it going?
Runs to get his camera, comes back, he's gone. Yeah.
God damn it.
Bigfoot needs tools too. Well, yeah, see. Sure, he works with wood a lot. I mean, he lives out in the woods, which are made of wood. What the hell are you doing, Stoud?
Doing the Bigfoot thing from a Goofy movie. You probably wouldn't be.
Oh, I don't know that one. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I haven't seen So, what are you doing?
Waiting.
Rose is coloring now.
Shut up.
Wow.
My phone doesn't connect to Wi-Fi. I'm stuck with a stupid pixel art game.
Someone's cranky.
Oh, is it the coloring game? I
Yeah.
downloaded that.
Yep, where you zoom in and...
Because it's
Color.
a free game.
You know, it's a good one. A good free one is Flow Free.
What?
It's called Flow Free.
Oh.
It's a
I
find
thought
the
you
path.
said low free. I was like,
No,
what?
Flow, Flow, Flow Free. It's a fun little puzzle game where you have to find the path for several colored dots, and it's kind of like you have to use all the dots on the screen to get everything to the path, and you'll
Can I
understand if you
start?
look
Just
at it. So
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
yes, just do it. Make your dreams of flowing free come true with Flow Free.
Can I start?
Yes. What are you gonna show? Don't show all your cards, please.
Individually.
One by one, and talk about them all at great length. Alright, so Rosie's going to show you some of her Pokemon stuff, because Pikachu's been keeping us company all night.
Excellent.
Shut up. I'm taking out the boring artwork ones.
Did you do that already? Well, okay. Ready?
No.
Why didn't you get this ready while we were doing our stuff? That was why we... Now you're going into the box to find more cards. Like,
Because she's your daughter. Like, that's what you do.
Sorry, I'm back.
I
My
had
lady- my
everything
lady-
ready for my pickups. Thank you very much. Just
My
so-
lady drugs make me have to go pee a lot. Sorry.
That's a, you always have to go pee a lot.
But
long
even
before
more
your
so.
ladybugs. Oh wow.
Yeah, but more so
I
now.
just said ladybugs. Even before you
Yeah,
started
I-
eating ladybugs.
Mm.
Crunchy.
Are you killing my Pikachu or something?
They're like M&Ms, but with more guts and less chocolate.
I like
They
M&M's.
squirm in your mouth.
They wriggle all the way down.
Oh,
What
no.
the fuck is wrong with you
no.
guys?
I like to just put a
Oh.
whole bunch in my mouth and then open my mouth and then they all fly out and it's just like I'm blowing ladybugs at people.
Ah! Just walk to a crowd room and go, ah! Oh my god.
Yeah, you said it, Pikachu. Are you ever going to be ready?
For me?
No.
Moon River.
Shut up, Stout.
Wider than a
Okay, Rose, the show's only 3 hours long. That's right.
Only. He says that, though we regularly go 4-5 hours.
Well, we
sometimes.
try to do...
Yeah, we try to keep on. Sometimes we all talk too much. The suspense is killing Duncan. You're killing Duncan right now, Rosie.
Killing us all.
You're murdering the show right now. The show just got shot in the face.
I'm hurrying.
Flow of the show ground to a halt. Literally could have done this while we were doing our other pickups. Or during the pre-show. Yeah, we did like an hour-long pre-show. We could have had all this done by then.
Oh yeah. Hey now.
I have my selection.
You do? Good. For the love of
Hey,
God, show
You're a rock
them.
star.
It's not the bigger pile, is it? Oh my God, it is.
Oh yeah.
I'll be quick about
There's
it.
only 200 cards there.
Oh
All
my God.
right.
That's it? Only 200? Not bad.
Okay.
It's too magic. Yeah,
Let her talk. We need to get through these.
One.
Oh.
We need to say. You need to say what it is. It's not clear to see.
Pokemon Go.
Shiny.
Oh my god. Okay. Hold
I
on.
like it.
What?
What? What are you getting all antsy about?
Oh my
There,
god.
Alright.
Alright. Hold it up to the camera.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I'm so very high right now. I'm so entertained. You have no idea.
There you go. Oh, wait a minute.
Ah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, Frost
Okay.
Lass.
Yeah. At least say what they are.
They get what they are. It says the fucking name.
Yeah, but
on
they
it.
might not be able to read it on the tiny camera. Just say what it is. Notice we talk about our pickups when we.
Some people are watching on a phone, Rosie.
Yes, exactly.
You have to remember this.
Crocorock. Crocodile.
Ooh.
Shut up!
That's energy.
Unpronounceable name.
Unpronounceable name.
Launch crow. Unpronounceable name. Unpronounceable
wrong.
name. Unpronounceable name.
Really?
Lucario.
Oh,
Oh my
God. Lucario.
Oh, good for you.
Oh my god, this is the best
Oh,
highlight
well.
ever. Someone clip this, please. It's fucking amazing.
Unpheasant.
Oh my god.
Unpheasant.
Uh-huh.
Different genders.
So
I
much
don't know why that
enthusiasm.
piece of shit is in my pile.
Uh,
Ursaring.
We're going through the whole pile?
Unpronounceable.
unpronounceable. What's so unpronounceable about them?
Zygarde.
This
name
is
of
this is a
Pokemon,
game
okay?
designed for 8-year-olds. How are the names
No,
unpronounceable?
The Pokemon's name is unpronounceable.
Florges.
The answer is
Florges. I don't know.
lazy.
It's unpronounceable.
Aerodactyl.
Uh-huh.
Aerodactyl, yay!
Articuno.
Articuno, yay!
Suicune.
Suicune, yay!
Primarina.
I don't know how to say that one, yay!
Unpronounceable.
Melodic.
Unpronounceable, yay!
Mewtwo.
Yay, me too. Nice.
Oh, you got Mewtwo. That's cool.
Raikou.
Raikou.
Garvantula.
It's Raikou. I don't know.
Shinx, which is absolutely adorable.
Oh, Raikou.
Luxray.
Raikou, I think. Yeah. That one's a hard one to compare.
Oricorio.
Is that like an evolution of Lucario? Does he have evolutions?
Zapdos.
Zapdos is awesome.
Dedenne. Shut up.
No,
I like turtles.
Zangoose.
Zangoose. Love that.
Arcanine.
Zangoose is so cute, by the way.
Hey. Be nice. Be nice to the collector's item that you definitely don't want to destroy because you might want to sell it someday.
I'm not gonna throw it across the room.
Yeah, I know, but just chill out.
Charizard. Dragonair.
You play most
For the
jail.
record,
okay?
I'm not doing all of them. It does a bunch of them itself, too.
Noivern, which is my favorite Pokemon.
Nice.
Roselia.
Hey, Roselia!
Roserade.
Like a skinny Vileplume. Well, then stop asking other
Snake.
people to do it, Jail.
Snake. Or
Rude.
Ekans.
If you're not willing to do it yourself, then don't ask
Lavani.
them.
Shareem. Vivillon.
We are going to level stack. Okay.
Servine.
Vivian.
Nice.
Supposed to be said.
Superior. Persian.
Hey, Persian.
Braviary.
My baby.
Unpronounceable.
Unpronounceable.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
Azurill.
Sinkuno, by the way. Sinkuno? Sinkuno? I think Sinkuno.
Swallow. Blaziken.
He's a chicken that's on fire.
I have a picture of his pre-evolved form that is literally dabbing.
Yep.
Rayquaza. Second favorite Pokemon. Victini. Sableye. Selby.
How many are you doing?
Swoobat. I'm
Like I
going
said.
as quick as I can. Aurorus. And then I have my special cards, which is really, really small.
Why didn't you just show the special ones?
Houndoom. Because I want to show the artwork. Spiritomb.
Best troll I've ever seen in my life.
Edgy Slash. Meowstick. Meowstick.
Pokemon Sex Ed and Pokemon Roll Call. Thank you, G. Duncan, for that amazing clip.
Miss Magius. Zwellius.
Was it unpronounceable? I choose you. Uh-huh.
Team Magma's
I know.
Pachina.
Team Magma. Liquid Husk
Alolan
Magma.
Meowth. Team Magma's Mightyena. Cofagrigus. Infernape.
Ooh, I like that.
Umbreon. Pikachu Libre. Eevee.
Just faintly his Pika. God.
It's like, I know him.
Sylveon. Sylveon. Vaporeon. Vaporeon.
Vaporeon.
Glaceon.
Vaporeon. Vaporeon.
Flareon.
Flareon.
Leafeon.
Hey, all the EV evolutions.
Jolteon.
See? All of them.
Espeon. There's
Now we just-
12 to be exact.
It's one for each element.
Braixen. Torchic.
Hey, Torchic. That's the
Reshiram.
Blaziken. Anyway. No, that's the other one. Sorry. Anyway.
Rapidash. Typhlosion.
Rapidash.
Explosion is awesome.
Ninetales.
Yay, Ninetales.
Talonflame.
The what?
Vulpix.
Oh, Talonflame. That's a very lame name.
Rapidash.
All the Pokemon in the world, Talonflame is the lamest thing I've ever seen.
Do the
Also-
Talonflames have large talons?
But, like, what a dumb name.
Does the
Compared
Pikachu have large talons?
It doesn't match any of the other Pokemon naming conventions.
Hold the
Which-
Pikachu.
Huh?
Hold the Pikachu.
I've been holding him.
Let's
Well,
do
hold
this
it
one more time.
I'm fixing the camera. All right, almost 11:30 now, kiddo. You got to get to bed.
Let me show my special cards. And then I can die knowing I showed them my
I
collection.
thought we were done.
No.
We have to see her collection, okay?
Okay.
Jesus. So rude, Sean.
I'm gonna focus again.
Auntie
Sorry,
Chase is literally
we've lost
sweating to
10
death right
viewers over the course of this Pokemon show and tell. Let's get it going. Come on.
now. We still have to do news. Fuck.
I know. That's the thing. We're holding everything up here for Pokemon.
Mewtwo and Giratina.
Uh-huh.
Cresselia and Lycanroc.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's fine.
I turned the focus off because I thought we were done.
And Gardevoir.
Hold on, let me refocus.
Yeah, we're showing. It's all good.
Let me refocus.
I love those special EX cards. They're fucking cool.
Yep.
I don't know why the hell Magic is so dumb. They just have one kind of foiling. Like, what's wrong with you? All of your competitors are up showing you up with all these cool, awesome foiling. They're just now finally getting into it.
Yeah, I saw some new ones that have like Godzilla cards.
Yes, I want those so bad.
Something.
Special Godzilla set.
Salazzle GX and Azumarill.
Azumarill.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards somewhere.
Japanese card and
They were given to me.
Shining Volcanion. Keldeo and Detective Pikachu.
Oh, there's the Detective Pikachu one. Yeah.
And my favorite Pokemon, Yveltal and Absol. And then
Really, Michael?
my mega card,
Mega cards.
the
There we
size
go.
of my face,
Uh-huh. You got...
Zoroark GX.
You
Nice.
Move it up a little
Very
more.
nice.
There. There you go.
Look at that foiling. So cool.
Yeah, it's nice. The shinies. Gotta like the shinies, especially the big ones. So
Yeah.
impressive. Very satisfying texture to them. Ah.
I know it's hot, kitty. I'm sorry.
Brings back memories of when I would buy Pokemon cards.
Hell yeah.
I only had like the original kinds.
In what way is Pikachu
5
defective?
sets.
I mean, this Pikachu?
sets.
He's not. Works fine. Oh, Sean322 says, "Thank you, Rosie."
Aw.
There you go. There's actually a lot of Pokemon fans in the
Yeah, screw the people who left.
room. There you go.
Probably don't want to screw those people. Probably weird.
They probably don't even read books.
Are you kidding me?
I know,
King
right?
Ghidorah is $70.
What?
Fuck.
Holy
Oh,
There's
crap.
Godzilla
Bigger?
Magic card variants, and King Ghidorah is $70.
Aw, hi, sweetie.
It's attached to a good
Sorry.
card.
Oh, that's
God,
okay.
baby.
I was just teasing. Aw, it's okay. Everyone enjoyed it.
It's okay. All good. $54 for Mothra. What the fuck?
Pikachu especially enjoyed it. When you said the Pikachu one, he went, Pika, Pika! He got really excited. I think you really need a good night's sleep.
Trust me, I know what I need, but what?
I don't know. What do you need?
She's like, I need a Pokemon video game. Correct.
I mean, I got you ice cream. You should be happy. Because ice cream.
Ice cream doesn't cure everything, you moron.
Well, then you're ice creaming wrong. Because ice cream definitely cures everything.
Oh.
Oh no.
Especially
That's
lactose
perfect.
intoleration.
Rodan is $25? What the fuck? Those space guys.
And
The way
yes,
you said that, not
Duncan,
only are
I
you
do
right,
need tea.
not only are you right, Rosie, but the way you said it was fucking perfect.
What?
Ice cream doesn't solve everything, moron.
Fucking roasted.
It's called Teen Angst.
Very loud.
Yes.
Kitty.
She's having an angst day.
She has like the loudest meow.
Very. Fuck the world and I will let it blow up for all I care.
Yep.
Yep.
I've
Okay.
sounds like
cried
teenager to me.
pools of lava today. I don't give a shit.
Cried pools
Go to
of
bed,
lava.
Rosie.
Yeah, let's try to get to bed.
Hey, I'm there with you.
I need tea.
I don't
All
feel
right, get
that
some
way,
tea and then relax and then go to bed. And be gentle with Pikachu. It's
but
not
fuck
his
the
fault.
world anyways. Yes.
Balls
Let
are
it burn.
soft.
Ah, you know, like
I mean-
I remember those days.
His balls are my soft spot. What?
What? The f-
I'm pretty sure it's not an anatomically correct Pikachu.
Not how things work.
I meant your balls are its soft spot.
Oh,
That's not how any of this works.
so well that goes for any lap animals. They like to
Thanks for the
leap
Pokemon,
off your crotch. Duncan, I never went through the teen angst phase. I'm 39 and going through it now on Reddit.
I'm 38 and going through it now because I'm on hormones.
I'm 48 and
My
going
voice
through it now
cracked
because
saying
I'm just
hormones.
incredibly immature.
My favorite part is that my voice cracked when I said hormones. It was like perfect.
Hormones.
Hormones! Ah!
I enjoyed
5
puberty
hours
so
crying
much.
the other
I'm
day.
doing it all over again.
5
Well, it
hours.
takes me back to what Mum said. Said you're mature when you don't find farts funny anymore.
I never want to be
I'll
that.
never
Nobody
be
in the world will
mature.
ever be mature.
You said farts. That made me think of farts.
I'm not upset. I'm just
hormonal.
Or like I know the story I've told when she got mad at me for farting at the table. But the way she scolded me about it just made me laugh about it more, and then I farted again.
We should do news. It's almost midnight.
Yes,
We
please.
will.
Please, because
ladies.
do have work now.
Do video
Oh,
game
okay.
news first because garbage gamer.
Okay, garbage. What's the gaming news? It's the news time for the news. Here's the gaming news with garbage news gamer of garbage news.
News. News.
Everyone's moody. Everyone's great when you're moody as a team.
How is this tea? It looks like Alka-Seltzer.
What's going on? What's in there?
I don't know.
What is happening?
Is it milk? And water?
I put a little bit of milk and honey in tea.
Okay.
And then the milk turned it completely white because it's fake milk.
It's real milk.
It's fake.
He
Malt.
thinks powdered milk is fake milk. It's like, no, it's
It's-
just dehydrated milk
Not
that
the same though.
I
It
have
doesn't
added
work.
water to and rehydrated.
Just terrible milk.
It's
Yeah.
a gross milk. Yeah.
It's fine, whatever.
See, they all agree with me.
Look,
Suck
I don't
it.
care. It's that or nothing. Would nothing be preferable?
You're an idiot.
There you go.
She's like, let me think. Maybe.
Maybe right now, 'cause this didn't work out.
Anyway, can we please let Garbage do the gaming news for the
Sorry,
love
Garbage.
of all that is fuck?
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. The PlayStation Plus June 2020 game lineup is an interesting one this month. Call of Duty World War II is
Oh,
available.
oh wow,
and
that's
the new Star Wars Battlefront 2.
wow. That Call of Duty
Yeah.
one's not that old either, is it?
No, World War
Oh.
II came out in 2017.
Yeah, I remember the promos for it. Cool.
I mean,
That,
so it's a 3-year-old game, but still.
that is definitely two I will be picking up. That starts on June 20th, you said?
June 2020, so it starts on
Oh.
June 5th.
Okay, around the 5th.
Usually
okay.
whenever the month ones kick
The
in.
first or second.
I
look forward
noticed
to
this week
watching
the
the
news
fail of that game.
this week is actually just a lot of companies announcing free shit. That's one thing I noticed. I was writing it down.
Works for me.
So the next one is, and I know Sean already knows about this. It's been mentioned in the streams a couple times. Twitch Prime is giving away a ton of SNK games for
Yes.
free. The games are as follows. We get Art of Fighting 2, Blazing Star, Fatal Fury Special, King of Fighters 2000, King of Fighters 2002, Pulsar, and Samurai Showdown 2.
Cool.
So if you have
Those are good ones.
Prime, yeah,
Yeah.
go pick up
Good. Good selection.
a really nice cross section of SNK's lineup of games.
Florida Fighting 2.
That's the Sean modded version. Fartified.
Yeah, right.
Art of farting too. There you go.
Free within the budget.
Let's see. Next up, for all the fans of Dead by Daylight, it is getting, or I think it either already has or is getting, a update with some new characters. Specifically, new characters from the Silent Hill franchise.
Oh, that's interesting.
One of the characters you could play as is Heather from Silent Hill 3, the main character.
Nice.
And one of the monsters that can chase you is Pyramid Head.
Of course.
Oh my god.
And this is Dead by Daylight, you said?
This is Dead by Daylight, yeah.
Nice. So basically, for those who don't know, think Friday the 13th the game, but with all the other characters from all the other horror things everywhere forever.
Yeah, it started off with like they had their own like monsters they created,
Yeah.
but then the game grew in like massive popularity to the point to where they were had enough money to get contracts with major franchises. So they started getting movie franchises. So they have Freddy and Jason and all stuff like that, and the Saw franchise also. And now they're getting games. They have a couple other ones, but Silent Hill is their newest acquisition, and it's just that game is exploding with content.
There's some people who only stream that game.
Oh yeah,
And are particularly successful about it too. I'm jealous.
So yeah, if you're a Dead by Daylight fan, go check that out. Like I said, I've seen some videos of it, and yeah, it's pretty spot on. I want to say that they've actually acquired the models, the original models, because they look exactly the same. So that, or they just have really good 3D artists.
Either one, yeah.
Next one here, actually, this one kind of came out of nowhere. Didn't think we'd ever get this. It seems like it's only available on the Switch. It's called Real Mist, and the Masterpiece Edition. And it is literally the game Mist, except it's a free-roaming, real-time 3D version of it.
Ooh.
You can freely swing around
shit.
Mist Island. You know, it's not screen by screen.
No. It's free.
It's
yeah.
full. Yeah. I mean, and they showed a side by side, and it's pretty spot on.
Now, didn't they do that a few years ago?
I think that's what this one is. It's just the master. It's called the Masterpiece Edition.
So it's like improved graphics and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's all upscale.
Yeah, because I think they did do like a full 3D one a while back, but it was like early full 3D. So I mean, it was first person and stuff, but I mean, it'd be nowhere near. I think if I recall correctly, the big deal about this new one is it'll basically be graphics on par with what the pre-rendered graphics were like in the original. But obviously in high definition and real-time 3D.
Yeah, D-Large just said Real Mist came out in the early 2000s. This is a port to the Switch.
Okay.
There you go.
Which explains, it does look like the graphics have been improved a bit from that original version.
Yeah, I would hope so.
So
just, being 20 years later and all.
Let's see. The next one, another coming to the Switch here. We're getting an HD. I wouldn't really say it's a remake. It's more of just an HD remaster of a platforming game that pretty much everyone's forgotten about. Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger.
Hey, I love that game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is getting an HD remaster on the Switch.
Wow.
It doesn't look like they've done anything to improve the animation or improve the physics or anything like that. It literally is Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger from the PS2? That originally
like that, yeah.
I don't know. I never played it, so I don't know anything about it.
One along those lines that I would love to see an HD remaster of is Sphinx, The Legend of the Cursed Mummy. Or Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, that's what it was.
Yeah. They did I know this, but they put it on just mentioning it for the audience here. They did have it. They do have that on GOG now on Good Old Games. Yeah,
I think I knew that. Yeah.
it's real. It looks really fucking good now with like the graphics really nice and cleaned up. It's still the same graphics though. It's
Yeah. Just higher resolution and stuff.
cleaned up and higher resolution.
The graphics were really nice to begin with. Like they were very, cartoony. So Sphinx basically a puzzle slash platformer, 3D third person, very cartoony. A lot of humor.
Latitude.
A little bit of attitude. Well, there was two characters. You played as Sphinx, this sort of little Egyptian dude, and then you played as this mummy character that was indestructible, but you would do different things to him to solve different puzzles.
Yeah.
So you like set him on fire or electrify him or stuff like that. And it was great. It was a really good game. Very underlooked. Yes, underlooked and overappreciated. No.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Overappreciated, underlooked. No, wait, this is all wrong. No.
So yeah, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger HD on the Switch. Another one is I guess it's a new game. Yeah, it's a new title. In the Bubsy franchise.
That just won't die.
Bubsy Paws on Fire on the PS4 and actually looks pretty good.
Wow, a PS4 Bubsy
It's returning to the side-scrolling like way it originally was.
Classic, yeah.
But it's adding a lot of elements. Like there's a side-scrolling shooter version. A couple levels of that. There's a swimming level. There's a lot of different elements to it. And it looks pretty nicely polished.
I didn't really play much of the sequels and stuff, but I did rent the first one a couple times on the Super Nintendo, the original Bubsy, and I always really liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yes.
And
it's actually a serviceable game. The originals are actually not bad.
Yeah, they're good platformers.
They're cheesy as fuck.
Well, they're supposed to be.
That's why people call them bad games, but
no, they're supposed to be. It's supposed to be that sort of goofy Warner Brothers-esque Looney Tunes type of humor.
Yeah.
So I always thought Bubsy should have had a cartoon to go with it,
he did
promote
I think, or he kind of like a Battletoads. He only had like I think one episode or one.
Really? I'm gonna have to look that up.
Never heard of that.
I don't think it actually had a
he also
cartoon.
tried to have a comic book series, apparently.
Cool.
But, Bubsy Paws on Fire for the PS4. It doesn't say when they're coming out, it just shows that they're there.
Yeah.
So, there is another free game on the Epic Store, free until June 4th, and it's Borderlands: The Handsome Collection.
Yes. Which has been free, I think, on every platform ever by this point, at some point.
So if you haven't picked it up on any of the thousands of other platforms it's been on, until June 4th, it's going to be free on the Epic Store.
Excellent. I got that. That one, I already have all those. I'm going to get them anyway. I didn't have the pre-sequel, actually, so this is actually a good thing for me.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. So the Handsome Collection has the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2, for anyone who doesn't know. So if you don't have any Borderlands, you would still need Borderlands 1 and 3 to have all of them. So there you go.
I don't know why it doesn't have all of them.
I don't know either. That seems odd to me.
Collection?
Yeah.
I thought I had all of them up to the pre-sequel.
Nope.
Just two in the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's based on the character name, Handsome Jack.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think he's in the first game. I could be wrong.
That's possible.
Oh,
That's
okay,
possible.
that makes a lot more sense.
I never really played or cared much for Borderlands, so I never really paid attention.
Me either, but my family, all the kids freaking love that game. So
I love Borderlands.
Never hear the end.
They're
great.
Jack is the best
I
character
actually
ever.
liked and paid attention to is I watched a playthrough of the Telltale game, Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Because the stories are just absurdly stupid.
Borderlands is great co-op too, by the way. That's what I like to do. Just play with my friends.
All right. 007 loves Borderlands.
Yeah, it's Diablo first-person shooter, basically. Yeah.
What?
It's a looter shooter, they
It's
call it. where you get
007
It is a
loot.
it is
PS4
definition of a looter shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's friggin' Destiny.
Because all the weapons have randomized mods and stuff. So
That's cool.
Want
Yeah.
some
Cool
around
weapons
it,
that are,
I'll play it at some point.
Actually, I have a bit of Minecraft news.
Oh.
There is I don't know if this is like a version of Minecraft that's coming out or it's some kind of special add-on. but there is a lot of Pac-Man related stuff that's coming to Minecraft.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, and it allows you to play pretty much in first person original Pac-Man levels.
Whoa,
That'd be
that's gonna be
trippy.
wild.
That'd
There's
be
a whole
trippy,
there's a whole
yeah.
trailer on it where you can create your own game modes. You can have your Minecraft Steve look like
Dang.
any of the Minecraft characters, or look like any of the Pac-Man characters. So you could be Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, you can be any of the ghosts, you could be Pac Junior.
Pac
You
Junior.
can run around with the pacifier.
Baby
Pac-Man 2.
Do you have a PS4 double?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff about it. Like there's
He
all
has
this
a Switch.
new game modes,
Mm.
new multiplayer modes, create a level mode, and all this different stuff. And it doesn't really say how it implements into Minecraft. It might just be a separate thing. I don't know. That's kind of ominous. The way it's advertised.
The only Easter egg I ever found, Michael, was
Oh,
I
okay.
accidentally stumbled across the Minecraft Easter egg in
Doesn't
Borderlands.
Mm.
I think it's 2, maybe it's 1. Can't remember which one it was. There's a Minecraft reference, a joke in one of them. I just accidentally stumbled across it too.
In what?
In Borderlands, there's like
Oh,
a
okay.
gag where you go to like this little level, that's like a Minecraft like level.
Oh, okay. There's one like that in there's was it the Stanley Parable?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
If you keep on resisting the instructions of the narrator, he's eventually like, "Fine, maybe you want to play something else. Let's see what else we have around here." And then Minecraft loads up.
Yeah, it loads up in Minecraft. Let's see. Okay, so I found the description here, and it says I'm actually at Minecraft.net. I'm at the Mojang store. You can buy it there.
I did not. Sorry.
And it says the legendary arcade classic Pac-Man comes to Minecraft. It says Waka Waka your way through an amazing 3D maze of madness. Compete with friends for high scores, up to 10 challenging stages, or build your own maze editor. Blah, I cannot talk. Build your own in the maze editor. Score big points to unlock new power-ups like the laser or TNT. Just make sure to watch out for Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. And Creepy?
Ooh, a new ghost.
Oh,
Yeah, they
creeper.
showed in this
Oh,
video.
like a
it's
creeper. Yeah.
It's like a darker red one and it explodes.
Oh god, I wonder if he damages the map like the maze.
It does. Yeah, the walls fall, like disappear and shit.
Oh, okay, he does. That's interesting.
Huh.
Huh.
But yeah, it does look like it's like a weird game mode.
Ran into the Minecraft marketplace for $8.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's like, so I guess it's an add-on to the game. Cool. I didn't know that. And last but certainly not least, Neo Geo is releasing another one of their collections, and this time is for Samurai Showdown. So it's releasing every Samurai Showdown game in one collection, at least the classic series.
Nice.
So it's going to be Samurai Showdown 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say this wrong, but Amakusa's Revenge? It's Amakusa.
I think you said it right. Amakusa.
Amukasu.
Amakusa,
Amakusa.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Samurai Showdown 4.
Amakusa.
Then it's going to have Samurai Showdown 5, Samurai Showdown 5 Special, and actually a never-before-released modified version of 5 called Samurai Showdown 5 Perfect.
Ah.
Nice.
So it's 7 games in the collection, and they've released several collections before. This is just another one in their series. And again, no official date of when that one's coming out. Just they announced it. And that's it.
Yay!
Good stuff.
Garbage can go to bed now.
Good stuff. Yeah, a lot of free games as of late.
Yeah, they're
Especially
just,
if you got Twitch Prime, it's definitely worth having. I haven't seen that many free games all at once. They actually kind of overlapped with last month's free games. Looks like the SNK ones are going to be available for a little bit longer than usual. It says that they're going to be available to like September or something. But
my best guess as to why they're doing a big list of SNK games
yeah,
is because they're small. These aren't.
Well,
these, are,
yeah.
these are just small little arcade games. They're not
Yeah.
big AAA titles.
I'll be honest. I got most of these games through a Humble Bundle sale for like $10 a few years ago.
I literally have every single one of them right here.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a handful of Neo Geo games on a couple of different platforms, but I mean, if it's free, I'll just grab them to have,
Yeah.
But
HDMI out with a controller. This thing plays every single one that I listed.
Yeah. And then of course, like I think I got the Metal Slug games on Steam, or at least one of them. But good stuff. But and then of course Epic Games with their weekly free games, which has been great. There was actually a couple last week. One that they didn't really promote much, but it came up to the top of the list. I forget what it was. And unintentionally horrible timing. It's basically a game where you go around vandalizing a city.
Oh, the spray paint one?
It's like a spray painting.
Gee, I wonder why they maybe didn't offer that for free for very long.
Yeah.
Was it one of the Jet Set radios?
No, it was something else. It was like some indie game. But I can't remember. I'll see if I can find it now. Now I need to know. Because I mentioned it and everybody's wondering, so I'll just find it and I'll show you and I'll tell you.
I did want to mention that, like, I heard something this week about Sony doing a thing on June 4th or June 5th or something like that. So
it's called Sludge Life. Sludge Life, a first-person, open-world, vandalism-centric stroll through a polluted island full of cranky idiots and a vibe so thick you can taste it. Play as upcoming tagger Ghost, set on staking their claim amongst the graffiti elite. So, yeah. So it's basically a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing where you go around graffitiing thing, and then there's all kinds of, like, goofy characters and stuff, so.
Neat.
Yeah, as Stout mentioned, June 4th.
June 4th.
Sony is having some kind of event, and looks like it's going to be for the PS5.
Probably we're not doing E3 this year, but here you go event.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like we're still releasing this fucking console this year, so here's the information you've been wanting to know about the console all this time and what you can expect.
And I will be watching it, and I will bring you all the information next week.
Yeah. I hope we get to find out how much it costs. God damn.
We're not in June, JL. It's still May. Oh, come Monday. Okay.
Just barely.
Yeah. I know. Can't believe that time continues to march forward. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It doesn't just pause. You drink
it's hard to believe that time moves.
Can we put a pause on things, maybe? Things are getting fucked.
Yeah, I know.
Everything's getting fucked.
It's all going down, man.
Ooh, getting hairy out there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But as we said before, hope everyone's staying safe out there because it's...
stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Safe.
Rose, why don't you get going to bed, kiddo? Come on.
Like, even if you, like me, agree with the people who are protesting, maybe not with rioting, but with the protesting,
my arm flubs.
don't go out there because you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Or tear gas.
I just want to lay on your arm and nap.
I know, but it's
Aww.
all warm and...
I still want to be part of the show and hear you guys and stuff.
Aww.
Good, Jan. Good. Let's not forget.
It's just so hot and muggy tonight.
It is very
making
hot,
me
very
all
muggy.
sticky.
Ew.
And honestly, you need a proper sleep.
Stickier.
I can sleep fine on a human limb.
Yeah, great. Well, I need to be able to move and do things and get up if I want to. And
No, you don't.
I'll have
You
like
liar.
part of my head on my arm, so you can shove me back onto my arm.
No, Rose, you need to have a proper sleep. You've been like miserable all day. Come on.
That was
hormones.
Yeah, great. Can we
Go to bed.
get going?
We know the hormones.
Believe me,
doesn't
we all
change
know
the
because
fact
we've
that
all been there.
sleep helps.
We all
Sleep
have them.
helps.
Sleep help.
Because you know what? When
Yeah.
you're sleeping, you're not hormonal.
Yeah.
You're not
You're
experiencing
Your
it.
body just deals with all the crazy shit that it's doing while you're unconscious.
It's best to do it now before the thunder gets there so that you
That's
actually
true.
get sleep.
Yeah, you should probably get going, Rose. It's almost midnight. Come on.
Thunder by morning, bitches.
Thunder by morning, bitches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
AIDS.
What?
What?
There's this thing where he was saying all the different catchphrases he has, and it was like false memories that were implanted by aliens. And of course, he did wubba lubba dub dub, and he says, and that's the way the news goes.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, I remember that now.
Wubba lubba
I need
dub
to
dub.
rewatch.
And then
those.
there was one where he just randomly says, AIDS! Like that was a catchphrase
Yeah.
of his, right?
I've only seen the first 2 seasons. I need to rewatch.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
of it.
it's in season 2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I
Season
remember,
2.
I remember that part. I
Yeah.
just, like, you know.
All
I'm
right,
actually gonna head to bed myself, guys.
All right.
Night,
Okay.
Get up.
Duncan, and 007, and
Night,
everybody
guys.
else that's
Cass.
there. Oh.
Don't. Come on.
I'm completely brain dead.
All right, get going. Come on.
Help.
Go to bed, Rosie.
Crash
Help
through
her.
a wall or something.
Drag
Go to bed,
her.
You'll
Rosie.
be fine. Go to bed.
Go to
Drag
bed,
her.
Rosie.
No.
Be a father. Be a good father and drag her.
No. I want to be a deadbeat.
Ow.
Oh my god.
Don't forget to brush your teeth. You'll be
What
thankful
even?
for it, not waking up with death breath.
Oh Jesus, that's the truth.
Don't be like Auntie Chance and lose all your teeth.
Huh?
You want Pikachu with you?
Doesn't matter.
Here, I'll pass you Pikachu.
Imagine having to wear a
Bump the shit out of
mask.
everybody.
Alright.
Breathing that
I like
shit in.
Pikachu. He's cute.
You know how to turn him off, right?
No.
Pull out the battery.
Doesn't he turn himself off after a while? I think he
Yes,
just...
Cass
Pull out the
left.
battery pack from his ass and click off the on switch.
Alright. Battery pack is in his ass. Okay, go please.
Going.
Duncan, I would recommend it.
Have to
Especially, specifically for cheaper ones that are actually worth it.
maintain focus. Okay, now, please, can we get through news? All right. So, thanks again, obviously, to our resident New York news hound, Raptor Rivera, for compiling all of these items for us. So, news in real life: a SpaceX spacecraft carrying 2 NASA astronauts soared into outer space earlier today,
NASA!
marking the first time humans have traveled into Earth's orbit from U.S. soil in nearly a decade.
We threw people in space.
Astronauts Bob Benkin and Douglas Hurley will spend about 19
Bob
hours.
and Doug.
We'll spend about 19 hours. Oh yeah, I didn't realize Bob and Doug, and Dave Thomas, who was of course Doug of Bob and Doug McKenzie, posted a good luck boys thing with a picture of Bob and Doug, which is great.
Oh, God.
It's on Twitter.
It's amazing.
We'll spend about 19 hours aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon capsule
Yes, Duncan.
as it slowly maneuvers its way toward the International Space Station. Here we go. Trailers. Official trailer for the 4th and final season of Attack on Titan. I really need to get the Blu-ray of season 3. I've seen the first half of it, but I don't know. After all the stuff that was revealed in season 3, I don't know what more is left. There doesn't seem to be that many secrets left to uncover. But anyway,
Dun dun dun.
good stuff. Looking forward to it. It's probably going to be a short
Reveal if there are more secrets, and then reveal the secrets.
And then there's secrets within the secrets, yeah.
Yep.
Official trailer for the horror anthology Murder Manual. Creepy, terrifying chapters from this book include a girl held hostage by a circus, a gay couple's Palm Springs getaway gone wrong, a little girl's journey into both the nightmares of her own world and reality, and more. Starring Emilia Clarke. Cool. Official trailer for the HBO revival series Perry Mason. When the case of the decade breaks down his door, Mason's relentless pursuit of the truth reveals a fractured city and just maybe a pathway of redemption for himself. The series
bringing Perry Mason back?
Yes.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, okay. The series will act as an origin story of sorts, premiering June 21st. No idea who's going to be in that at this point. All right, well, I guess we could watch the trailer and find out. Never mind.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's tired and I'm late. Official trailer for the Netflix anime film Japan Sinks 2020. An ordinary family is put to the test as a series of massive earthquakes. The country, series of massive earthquakes the country into total mayhem. Yep.
The third time this has been done.
Premiering July 9th. What are you talking about?
There's one in 2000 called Japan Sinks.
Uh-huh.
And then there was one in the late 80s, late 70s, early 80s called Submersion of Japan.
Uh-huh.
But the Submersion of Japan is the original.
Well, I mean...
it's based on,
that's...
Japan being built on land that is basically fucking sand.
Yeah.
So...
released here is tidal wave.
Action that happens whenever there's fucking earthquakes. And
it is a subject that is relevant to the people of Japan and their island. So, it's something that they will continue to revisit for many more years, I'm sure.
Can we get the original on Blu-ray finally, please?
No.
I would love it. It's a great tokusatsu film with lots of really great miniature models and destroyed.
Official trailer for the road drama Vienna and the Phantoms, starring Dakota Fanning, Zoe Kravitz, and John Barenthal. Vienna, a beautiful young roadie played by Fanning, travels with the Phantoms, an edgy post-punk band, or Phantoms, maybe the E silent, as they tour through America in the 1980s. What follows is a combination of a booze and drug haze, a love triangle, and surviving on her own, no matter the cost. Cool.
I'm going to call the Phantoms from now on.
Phantoms.
Pretty sure it's going to be Phantoms, but yes.
Probably. The Phantoms.
I think it's just a French way of saying Phantom.
6 out of 10, at least.
Official trailer for the time-bending sci-fi film Volition. A man afflicted with clairvoyance tries to change his fate when a series of events leads to a vision of his own imminent murder. Ooh, interesting. Can you prevent
Isn't that the
your
plot
own
of
murder?
Dead Zone?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Dead Zone in a long time.
Me either.
Movie TV news. Filmmaker Scott Derrickson, director of 2005's The Exorcism of Emily Rose, 2016's Doctor Strange, etc. I follow him on Twitter. Will be helming.
He's a very good guy.
Yes, he's cool. We'll be helming a sequel to the 1986 Jim Henson fantasy pick Labyrinth. Oh, there you go. So then we'll have something, a new chapter of both Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. Maggie Levin,
who will play the Goblin King?
Maggie Levin, who's directed a number of original short films for Hulu, will pen the script. I don't know.
This could just be that the Goblin King presents himself differently to everybody, and so.
Well, yeah, that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
In speaking of directors, the SpaceX Tom Cruise action film collaboration will be directed by Doug Liman. Lyman's previous work includes 2002's The Bourne Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and 2014's Edge of Tomorrow.
Those are all fun movies. Well, not Bourne. The Bourne ones are crap, but the other ones are good.
What's going on? What is unknown at this time is how much or how little the film will be shot in space. Yeah. And one last piece on directors. In a recent interview, legendary producer Frank Marshall confirmed that filmmaker James Mangold is indeed directing the 5th Indiana Jones outing. His love of the franchise. He's a wonderful filmmaker. I think he also has a relationship with Harrison. It was all of the right pieces coming together at the right time. Mangold's previous work includes The Wolverine, Logan, and the recent Ford v Ferrari. Very cool.
Yeah, I've got that. I haven't watched it yet.
After only lasting a single season and being canceled by Netflix, the adult animated series Tuca and Birdie has been acquired by Adult Swim and revived for a second season, premiering in 2021. I have not even
The characters. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say I've not even heard of that one, and I usually try to keep up on the adult animation shows on Netflix because I tend to
The
like
character
them.
designer did the character designs for BoJack Horseman, so it's very similar in style.
Cool.
But it looks really good. My boyfriend really loves it, so she was really excited. He was really excited.
Big thing about it is
Okay.
that it's like the first example we can think of, at least that I can think of, where
there he
a
is.
show that was started on Netflix is getting picked up by a cable.
It's like
Lisa
the other way around.
Hannawalt,
It's usually the other way around, eh? It's kind
Thank
of funny.
you, Dave. Lisa Hannawalt is the name of the artist for Toucan Birdie.
Okay, cool.
My very handsome boyfriend.
In an interview this week, Warner Media chairman and HBO Max boss Bob Greenblatt set the record straight on the Snyder Cut, affirming the film will be a bigger undertaking than fans realize. It isn't as easy as going into the vault and there's a Snyder Cut sitting there to be put out, Greenblatt said.
Yep.
It does not exist. Zach is actually building it, and it's complex, including new VFX shots. It's a radical rethinking of that movie, and it's complicated and wildly expensive. I'll just say I wish it was just $30 million and stop there. It's an enormous undertaking and very complex. The budget is now rumored to be around $70 million.
80, last I heard.
Oh, 80. Wow.
Yeah. It's climbing.
Crazy.
Visual effects are expensive. They're
Yeah.
casting
Also,
whole
the
new
more
roles. and
people,
stuff.
the more people you have to bring in to do reshoots and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like,
And some of those people have like the other thing is that someone's working on a project and they have like a window in which they're not allowed to compete because they have to be available for reshoots for that project.
yeah,
Yeah.
They have to negotiate with those people. Sometimes
Yeah.
pay them money to
I
get them
know.
to use it. Like it's like
Yeah. Well, it goes
fucking
on.
legal nightmare.
Well, remember with when they originally filmed it and they needed Henry Cavill to come back for reshoots,
God.
and the other studio wouldn't let him shave off his mustache.
Can Cavill please come back and do his reshoots now?
Yeah, exactly.
Please, beg you. Get
I
rid of
bet
that
you that's
awful
something
face.
they'll do.
CG weird lip.
And then Stoudman disappeared.
Okay, bye, Stout.
Bye,
Nice seeing
Stoudman.
you.
Reload now.
With all the recent talks about alternate cuts, fans have been talking up another DCU film that deserves a definitive cut, 2016 Suicide Squad. Director David Ayer tweeted his response, said, "This is a good question. My cut would be easy to complete. It would be incredibly cathartic for me. It's exhausting getting your ass kicked for a film that got the Edward Scissorhands treatment. The film I made has never been seen." In the past, Ayer has been quoted as saying he's shot enough Harley and Joker footage for their very own movie.
Yep.
Wow.
There was a lot. I mean, there was apparently a lot of footage cut because of some issues with Leto. Apparently,
Oh, Jared
So,
Leto.
yeah, he they sort of edited the film in response to some controversy that was happening, and like the fan outrage, maybe I think, and then so like I would love to see David Ayer's cut, honestly.
I actually thought the Joker and Harley stuff was some of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, right.
I
And don't
wasn't.
even like
I
Jared
wasn't
Leto.
wild about that take on the Joker, but
Me either.
I liked aspects of it, and in particular, the one thing I thought they got really right was the very toxic nature of their relationship, and that was really what it was meant to be. I think, really, just to show
Emotionally abusive.
yeah, just to show how Harley was completely like sucked in by him and mentally tormented by him, which sets things up for Birds of Prey quite nicely. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'd definitely be down to see that.
Welcome back, Stoudman.
Welcome back, Stout. I should mention also, what was it when the Snyder? I can't remember if we mentioned this last week. It was discussed on one of my streams somewhere, but Paul Feig, director of the 2016 Ghostbusters film, said, I've got like a 4-hour cut of Ghostbusters if anybody wants to see it. And everybody was like, yeah.
Put it in my vein.
That'd be great,
already.
Please. It's like
I love that movie.
Yeah. So pretty easy to reconcile, honestly. Just it's yet another alternate universe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
In that universe,
that's
they
what
were
gets me.
the
It's like
You know, when
I disagree entirely, and I think that people are stupid when they bring up their stupid fucking arguments about fucking Star Wars. But I at least understand that they're offended because it's taking place in the same fucking universe as the original Star Wars story.
Fair enough. So they wanted.
But when things are taking place in a completely different universe, and you're still taking offense, like,
well, the thing is, well, we were talking about this before. Like, they've reconciled all that in the Ghostbusters comics that IDW has been doing, where it kind of went in a direction like what Ninja Turtles did with some of their stories, where they met up with the other cartoon turtles or whatever, or other comic book turtles. So they went in the same direction with Ghostbusters, where it's like, well, you know, I mean, we saw real Ghostbusters all the time. They went to other dimensions all the frickin' time. Yeah. It was only a matter of time before they bumped into themselves from another dimension. And that's exactly what they did with the IDW comics. So it's like the main Ghostbusters series is essentially the ones from the movie. And then, but they've had crossovers where they've met the real Ghostbusters from the cartoon. And they've met the female Ghostbusters from the 2016 movie. And they've met others as well. Like, it just, you know, it works. With all the space-time ripping stuff that Egon and Ray are working on all the time, it's not completely out there that they would find a way to breach dimensions.
Ninja Turtles Ghostbusters crossover movie, please.
I think they've done that in the comics, actually, because IDW has both of them. So,
I want it as a cartoon, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see Donatello and Egon having some interesting conversations.
Oh, I know, right?
So yeah, anyway, all about them extended cuts. So yeah, it sounds like the Snyder cut is shaping up to be quite a massive undertaking. And good night, Eric. All right, Amazon Prime has put in development The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, a television series revolving around the Lisbeth Salander character, based on the books by Stieg Larsson. The program will take the iconic and much-loved character and place her in today's world, with a new setting, new characters, and a new story that will resonate with fans of the original and thrill a whole new generation, according to Amazon. Yeah, yawning in the middle of it'll be really thrilling. Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Director Leigh Whannell's 2018 sci-fi thriller feature Upgrade will also be getting a TV series treatment. TV series treatment. There we go. The show picks up a few years after the events of the film and broadens the universe with an evolved version of STEM and a new host, imagining a world in which the government repurposes STEM to help curb criminal activity. I still need to see Upgrade. It was one that was on my radar, and then I just kind of slipped through the cracks. I'll have to check that out.
Very good. You know what's funny? Okay, so everyone who'd like to upgrade, please, 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 if you have Amazon Prime, go check out a movie called Teddy Bomb. It's a movie that basically is the same concept, but shot for like $10,000. And it looks like it's shot for $10,000, but it's also really entertaining. It's really genuinely fun to watch, even though it's very cheap looking.
And I gotta say, becoming a huge fan of Leigh Whannell. He's been doing so many great things over the past several years. I mean, he gave us Saw, along with James Wan, and he gave us Insidious, and the new Invisible Man movie, which apparently is fantastic, and Upgrade, and it just goes on and on. Like, he's just knocking it out of the park. Just a creative wellspring. So, yeah. So I definitely look forward to checking that out. After checking out the movie, obviously. Speaking of which, Universal Studios announced movement on their remake of The Wolfman, with actor Ryan Gosling being cast in the lead role. Lauren Schuker-Blum and Rebecca Angelo, who wrote for Netflix's Orange is the New Black, penned the script, which is based on an original pitch by Gosling. A decision on director is said to be happening very soon. So I'm assuming this will be part of the cinematic universe that has been kicked off yet again with The Invisible Man.
And that was successful finally?
That was successful.
Charm.
Yes. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll actually happen this time.
Maybe this Wolfman won't be a sexist fuck.
Hey.
Are you referring to the Lon Chaney Jr. Wolfman?
Yes.
It's a different time and place, my friend.
Uh-huh. I was just spying at you with this giant telescope and saw the underwear in your drawer. And anyway, want to go to dinner with me?
No, you fucking creep. Oh, we're under a restraining order now.
Universal Studio. No, we already read that one. Paramount Pictures confirmed on Thursday that they have commenced development on a sequel to the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog. No surprise, it was a big hit, and everybody's loving it. The sequel would reteam the filmmakers with Jeff Fowler directing and Pat Casey and Josh Miller writing the script. So there you go. And I think Jim Carrey even said he'd be down to play Robotnik one more time. So
nice.
So yeah, hopefully they'll get him back too. Cate Blanchett has officially closed a deal to star in director Eli Roth's movie adaptation of the video game Borderlands. What were we just talking about earlier? Borderlands.
Right. Sonic the Hedgehog, actually. I my pickups. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. At Lionsgate. She'll portray Lilith, a legendary thief equipped with magical skills. Hey, thanks for the follow, Permafrost Bite. YouTube's flagship scripted series Cobra Kai will be moving to a new streaming platform for its upcoming third season. The Google-owned online video service is in the process of releasing Season 3 of the popular show to producing Sony Pictures TV amid a retreat from premium original scripted programming. No comment was made, but the feeling is that it will come down to either Netflix or Hulu in terms of a new home for the series. Cool. So even big companies like Sony are saying, yeah, YouTube, we're done with you, so bye. Streaming giant Netflix officially closed their deal to acquire the Egyptian Theater on Hollywood Boulevard and will team with the venue's nonprofit American Cinematheque. Netflix will invest in the theater's renovation and will use the revitalized space for special events, screenings, and premieres during the week. The legendary theater has stood in the same spot since 1922. Wow.
It's a wonderful theater, by the way.
The first season...
Egyptian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's got all these... The outside's got like all these like decorations. It looks like an Egyptian temple and shit. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I've seen pictures of it.
I've been there. It's beautiful.
The first season of the Steve Carell-led comedy series, also created by Greg Daniels, by the way, same guy who, of course, created The Office and Parks and Rec, and Upload, that other streaming series I've been gushing about. So the first season of Steve Carell-led comedy series Space Force premiered on Netflix this week.
Oh, shit. Need to watch that.
Yeah. It's only 10 half-hour episodes. You could binge it in a sitting.
Yeah, actually.
It looks funny.
Well, we know what we're doing tomorrow.
It looks... I'm basically down for anything with Steve Carell and with Greg Daniels at the helm again. Yes, please. So, looks pretty funny. And it is... And John Malkovich is in it as well, which is interesting to me. I've never really seen him do TV before. But, anyway, video game news. What's on the screen this week, Eric? Okay.
It was Twisted Metal, the first one, by the way.
Oh, it was Twisted Metal on the screen. Yeah, we completely forgot to mention that. Anyway.
Just reading off the script. What's on the docket this time, Eric?
Yep. Okay, in memoriam. We lost a whole bunch of people this week.
Go figure.
Anthony James. This one I was sad to hear about. He's a face I really remember from my childhood. Character actor who's in everything. Says American character actor who specialized in playing villains in films and television, many of them westerns. With a 25-year career from 1967 to 1992, he starred in such works as 1967's In the Heat of the Night, 1976's Burnt Offerings, and made his last film appearance. Yeah, and made his last film appearance in Clint Eastwood's 1992 masterpiece, Unforgiven.
Also a good movie.
The thing I most remember from him from when I was a kid was Buck Rogers. There's actually a two-part story in Buck Rogers where there's this gang of criminals, sort of super criminals, led by Frank Gorshin, interestingly enough.
Hey, Frank Gorshin, I love that guy.
Yeah, and Anthony James played one of the main characters, who was a guy who was disfigured and wore a mask, and his performance in that was very haunting and just absolutely captivating. Really amazing actor. I always really liked him.
Where did he play in Unforgiven?
I don't know.
Remember.
I haven't seen it, so
I'll check it.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
We just watched it a
Yeah,
month ago.
it's a good movie.
Eli Hayes. Lost Eli Hayes. Young, celebrated filmmaker and established Letterboxd user. During his lifetime, Hayes had directed, produced, and edited more than 20 feature films and approximately 40 short films. His work has been screened at over 70 festivals across 6 continents.
We were mutuals on Twitter, and I
Great.
didn't interact with him enough. I just never got to interact with him. I don't interact. I follow like 3,000 people or some shit,
Yeah, anyway. Larry Kramer, American playwright, author, film producer, public health advocate, and LGBT rights activist. He began his career rewriting scripts while working for Columbia Pictures, which led him to London, where he worked with United Artists. His political activism continued with the founding of the AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power, ACT UP, in 1987, an influential direct action protest organization with the aim of gaining more public action to fight the AIDS crisis. ACT UP has been widely credited with changing public health policy and the perception of people living with AIDS and HIV-related diseases.
Yes. A icon, to say the least.
Skinny Dubois.
What?
Sting and Scorpion was mentioned. His name was Skinny Dubois, the character name in Unforgiven.
Okay.
Anthony. Sorry, I was trying to figure out who he was.
Okay, then. Moving right along.
Anyway, thanks for destroying a perfectly good man's memorial to remember a fucking character that no one gives a shit about.
That's right.
Congrats.
So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. We lost Bob Kulik, Jewish-American guitarist and record producer with a 43-year career starting in 1977 until 2020. He is best known for his studio work with Kiss and for his tenure in the heavy metal band Wasp. Kulik produced and played guitar on WWE superstar Triple H's entrance music, The Game, and also composed, produced, and performed Sweet Victory in the SpongeBob SquarePants episode Band Geeks on Nickelodeon. Finally, Bob Kulik was the older brother of former Kiss lead guitarist Bruce Kulik. Oh my God, words. Lost another great character actor. This one actually is another one I remember from my childhood. Saw him in a lot of stuff. Richard Hurd passed away this week.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. American character actor appearing in numerous supporting, recurring, and guest roles in television series and occasional film roles for nearly 5 decades, from 1970 to 2019. He was well known in the science fiction community for his role in the 1983 NBC miniseries V and 1984 sequel V: The Final Battle. Yeah, that's the one I most remember him from. He's also Admiral Owen Paris on Star Trek Voyager, and George Costanza's boss, Mr. Wilhelm, I remember that one too, on Seinfeld. Yeah. No, he was good. He was one of those character actors, very versatile. He could do serious roles, comedy roles. He could be, pretty much anything. Very, very talented guy. And finally, George Floyd. It's his name we've heard a lot this week. The man at the epicenter of the protests and riots currently happening in the United States, who was tragically murdered by a member of the Minneapolis Police Department. Before this event, however, Floyd was known as being a successful athlete during his school years and worked 2 jobs to provide for his 6-year-old daughter. Yeah,
that's why we had the civil. That's why we had the civil unrest that we have right now.
Well, yes, that's
which is fairly unprecedented, at least in our lifetimes.
Yeah,
the level of it. I mean, we've had civil unrest in the past.
It is
in our lifetimes, but it's
next
crazy.
level.
This is absolutely next level. It's way further than anything I've ever seen happen before.
It is a moment in history. Absolutely, this is one of those moments in history that
was comparing it to like the Rodney King moment, the Rodney King riots in LA in 1992.
Absolutely. It's bigger
And
than that. It's actually bigger
Oh,
than
I
that.
think it is bigger.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's the only thing that from my life at least that I can compare it to that's like, this is something that's similar to this. But it's not the same thing at all. Because it's just like, these people have made it fucking clear, rightfully so, they're not going to fucking take it anymore. And they shouldn't have to. And they're fucking right, they shouldn't take it
I was going to say,
anymore.
every fucking month of 2020 has been a goddamn moment in history. We can't seem to stop having
That's
moments
true.
of
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
history. Like, goddamn.
This year
2020,
will
the
go
year a
down in
bunch of
history.
history happened.
Yeah, like a
God.
lot of like crazy. Like they've been mean to like what's next. And it's like, did you see death come up? Whatever.
There was the
All
one.
that, you know?
There's the one I've seen show up a few times where it's like, 20 mysterious coffins found buried in a tomb in Egypt, and then it's like, put that shit back right now. This isn't the year.
I know, right?
Like, I agree that arson and looting should be off limits. However, like I would recommend listening to Killer Mike's speech on this because he did such a fucking great job of explaining
Holy shit.
why it makes no sense to do that. But at the same time, it's like you also really do have to, in your heart and in your mind, understand that it maybe it's not justified, but that the anger and the indignation that is fueling this is absolutely justified.
Oh, yeah.
It's also
important.
Yeah.
It's also important to understand that a lot of cops are actually behind this because there's a thing behind the rioting in particular.
Almost all agitators are cops, actually.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: it's not illegal for a policeman to enter a nonviolent protest dressed as a protester. It is illegal for them to actually instigate the violence.
Sorry.
But it's an means to an end for them.
Yeah.
Because they can't stop people. They can't move people away. They can't do anything about the protesters at all by law until somebody starts doing something violent.
There's a
or against the
video
law.
of this guy.
So what do they do? They instigate things. They enter the fucking protest and then they start shit so that the other cops can come in.
Yeah, hold on. What was the one? I think I know the one you're talking about, Skinslip.
There's this video of this like guy walking in the middle of this protest and starts breaking the windows, and that guy was revealed to be a cop.
Yes.
So it's like,
I remember.
Almost
his ex-wife recognized the gear. She's like, "Oh my god, that used to be my gas mask." Like she's like, she knew who it was, and ID'd him like within like
almost
the same day.
Almost every single protest that has turned into unrest was started by cops. The unrest was always started by instigators, put there by police or government officials. Not even kidding.
They do
almost
it
every
so
time it's
they
been
can
proven.
act. Yeah.
The fucking the when we had the riots in Seattle because of the World Trade Organization, all the instigators were revealed to be fucking cops. Every last one of them. You know, like it's like it happens over and over.
Yes,
decades.
Major Matoka, the guy with the umbrella. Yeah, he tried to just casually walk away, and he got confronted. And
they've been doing it for years because there is no law against doing that currently. There's no law against a cop coming into a protest dressed as a protester.
As a civilian. Yeah.
As a civilian.
Yeah.
So what do? They dress a cop up as a protester, as a civilian, and they have that cop instigate, whether it be trying to convince somebody to do something or doing it themselves, which maybe they could legally get in trouble for because they're the ones who caused the shit. But at the same time, it's like they're willing to do that just to get people off the streets.
The bad
because
element
that's
are the
their
cops.
goal.
007. The bad element are the cops causing the instigation. These people, this wouldn't have happened if they didn't start fucking instigating so the cops can push people away. That's when they fought back, and that's why there are riots because they were trying to instigate shit. And then the people were like, no, fuck off.
Yeah, we weren't saying that it was all cops. So, like, we're not saying all cops. Like, no, there's certain cops.
There are a lot of
that
wonderful
do
cops out there. Wonderful policemen.
Absolutely. No, I mean, it's not a blanket statement. It's just that the instigators that we're talking about were cops. And that was.
There are also a lot of cops out there who act like soldiers who say, "Well,
they think they're
my boss told me to do this. I'm just following orders." Which, by the way,
only following orders.
Is a fascist statement.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a huge problem that we need to solve within the systemic problems of law enforcement in this country. Is that very much so? We teach people to follow orders instead of following the letter of the law.
Yeah,
they're taught to follow the letter of the law. They're taught the letter of the law before they can even become a police officer. But then after that, when they finally get into the profession, they're taught, forget everything you know about the law, listen to what I'm telling you to do, and do what I'm telling you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge problem because that's completely against what we know to be lawful and reasonable. But yeah.
So if you're anywhere near any of those protests, stay safe. Just
stay safe.
Sorry,
stay safe.
Stay safe. Because there,
like I said earlier, don't get involved.
No, there was a lot of
stay out of it.
There was a lot of incidents today where areas were being sealed off, and protesters were actually kind of boxed in and couldn't get in or out. Cops all around them, snipers on the buildings, tear gas being used. It's been pretty nasty. No deaths, as far as I'm aware.
One person.
Was there one person?
Yes. Yeah, in Los Angeles, I think.
Okay, I've been trying to keep up to date on. I know there's been some injuries, obviously, but I wasn't sure if there were any deaths reported yet. I mean, it's almost inevitable there's going to be a few with something of this scale, and with this level of anger. But on both sides,
unprecedented,
this angle, like huge levels of anger on both sides.
I lived through Rodney King riots. This is worse than that. This is way worse than that.
We were talking about that,
yeah.
Like, they did just... I mean, I grew up in Simi Valley. The Rodney King trial was done in Simi Valley, right? So, like, I lived through the fucking riots. They weren't in my town, but I watched that shit on TV live. I watched them beat
I remember
street,
seeing...
You know? Craig Denny? No, Craig Denny. That's the rector. Reginald
Denny.
The
thing is that the cops right now, the police officers, are seeing this as the people starting a war against them, and they're reacting as soldiers in war would, by any means necessary, getting them off the streets, doing whatever they feel is necessary, whatever they feel they have the authority to do, even if they don't technically legally have
Trump's
the authority
making
to
things
do it.
Worse.
Yeah, but
tweeting
regardless
things
of that,
worse. God.
And Killer Mike kind of talks about that in his speech too. But
there's,
regardless of that, it's just
I didn't see that speech, unfortunately.
There's a lot of
have to. It's
go to the politics board on Discord. I posted the a time marked YouTube link that gives you the whole thing in better quality. It was basically the Minnesota. What the hell was it?
He's a very well-spoken man.
It was a press conference. It was about a half-hour press conference. Mike's part of it is about 8 minutes. I time marked it to where his speech is. But yeah, there's been a lot of instances of tweets clearly designed to incite further violence, and just to sort of fan the flames. A lot of very obvious bot accounts and such. Great site, by the way. One of my
favorites.
Botsentinel.com.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to botsentinel.com and put in a username, if you think somebody is, is this just propaganda I'm seeing? What Bot Sentinel does is it actually scans the entire Twitter account of, the name you put in and analyzes their tweets. And based on certain algorithmic patterns, determines if they're exhibiting the behavior of a human or a bot. Not necessarily anything to do with the content of their tweets, but the patterns. If it's patterns that seem indicative of bot-like behavior, it lets you know. And then, use your own judgment from there. So
through all of this, I am so happy, well, not happy, but heartened to see that at least this is a moment in history where both sides of the fence, regardless both sides, everybody on the right and the left, are pissed off, and they both recognize and don't try to pretend it's not happening.
Yeah.
They're both saying that man was murdered,
Mm-hmm.
and that's wrong, and that shouldn't be okay. And so, at the very least, that gives me some hope, because it's like, okay, we've been so split up as a country between right and left that it feels like there's no way to connect. So when both sides are being like, this is bullshit.
Well, and there's still people trying to turn it into a bipartisan thing. It's like, oh, look at the radical.
That's what annoys me.
Look at the radical left and Antifa protesting. It's like, it's nothing to do with your fucking stupid ass bipartisan politics. This is about equality and humanity.
It's like, you don't think
justice.
There are people on the right there too?
There are people on the right and the left. This is about people. It's not about politics. And I hate it when people try to make it political. And it's like, no. It's about people treating people like human beings. Yeah. Like, that's not a political issue. That's a humanity issue. So
I knew it. Roth is a robot. I knew it all this time.
Checks to see if I speak. Yeah, we all checked ourselves.
I got a 4% rating on Bot Sentinel.
4%?
I got something like a 33%.
I think I got 3. I think I got like a 3%. Yeah, Stoud's totally a bot.
All he does retweets. That's all he does. He really tweets.
That's the thing. Yeah, I do a lot of retweets.
That's probably one of the things it looks for. How much original content does this person generate?
I'm very, 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 very strict about letting people follow me. I literally, every time someone follows me, I literally vet their account to make sure they're a real human being and not just someone retweeting like Stoud.
What would it do to someone who hardly tweets stuff? Well, I mean, it just goes by what's on your page. I mean, if there's not a lot there, it'll just go by whatever's there, is there for it to work with. But
and I say a lot of the same type of shit about politics, so
yeah, and it's so ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie.
You are a bot, you fuck. That should be the best insult in the world. You
Stoud bot.
Like, oh, I'm not a bot, you asshole. I've got feelings.
Stoud is a robot. Yeah.
A robot. Robot technology.
So, any movie watching?
Of Earth.
Any movie watching this week?
Yeah.
I didn't Stoud watch 2 movies.
I didn't actually watch any movies this week. I've been watching other stuff and editing. I've been watching more Hell's Kitchen. I'm into season 6 now. Started watching Harley Quinn. Been getting caught up on Rick and Morty. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Rosie watched the Super Duper Collector's Edition extended cut of Avatar yesterday. Again, because that's one of her favorite movies. She really likes it. So
the movie's awesome, that's why.
So she rewatched it. Basically because she did a project about it at school. She was it was something about looking for branding in movies. I think it was more looking for product placement and such, but really any kind of branding specifically was what was looking. So she used Avatar, and the branding that she pointed out was all the various studio names and stuff like that in it at the beginning. It's like, well, those are all brands right there, right in your face when the movie starts. So yeah. So anyway, after sort of talking about it and watching the trailers again, I guess for research for her project, because I don't think she owns the movie. Well, she owns it here, but not at her mom's. She just wanted to watch the movie again. So while I was editing yesterday, she was just sitting on the couch watching Avatar. Nice. And that was that. And then I've been wanting to watch some movies. Actually, I started watching the first Deathstalker, and I just haven't got back to it. I watched about the first third of it, and I think I was just
Rape the movie.
That what?
Rape the movie.
Rape the movie.
There's so much rape in it. It's a joke. On That's the Worst, it's called Rape the Movie.
Rape the movie. Well, the first one. Well, I mean, I've seen 2 sex scenes in it. One was clearly willing and desired. The other was, I rescued you, so kindly put out. It's like, okay.
That's rape. that's just a fancy way of calling rape.
Yeah, basically. But It's it's kind of interesting. It's trying so hard to be Conan.
So hard. Conan didn't have to rape anybody though.
Well, no, because Conan was the man. The women just wanted to fuck him. So
he didn't want to rape anybody. He just wanted to party.
Exactly.
Right, he's Conan. He just wants to party. But
the lamentation of the women.
The lamentation of the women. Yeah, but no, it's it's pretty much. It's actually a little better than I was expecting, to be honest. I mean, it's cheesy. It's cheesy fun. I love all the just horribly like low budget looking monsters in it and everything, and it's wonderful. But
the rubber dragon head or whatever.
Well, it's this guy he meets in a cave who I guess has a curse on him or something, and he looks like a lizard man, but it's like
that's what it is.
But he's basically just like a sort of bad Yoda wannabe puppet. And then,
that's the bad dragon head. I couldn't remember exact detail.
But so
I got it on DVD, but I haven't watched it in a while.
So he helps him out and goes back to his natural form, which is that of a dirty old man. Likes to watch when he's banging the warrior maiden by the fire. But anyway,
I'm not here to kink shame. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, he doesn't interfere. He just watches and enjoys.
As long as everyone is willing, who gives a crap?
Everyone's they were definitely willing. Having a good time, but yeah. So anyway, I'll probably get back to that at some point, maybe sometime this week, and then watch the sequel. I understand there's a different guy playing the lead in just about every one of those movies.
I like really? 2 a lot.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out. I wish we would.
There's some wrestling involved.
Oh, I don't care. That's fine. That could be fun. But I wish we'd get 3 and 4 on Blu-ray. I don't know what the holdup is with those.
I believe it's like the first 2 are from like New World Pictures.
Yeah.
Or New Cinema, whatever the one that Roger Kramer owned. So he had the rights, I guess, for those.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones after that were owned by the people who bought New Concord. New Concord is what it's called. Who bought New Concord, and they did the sequel. So I think they half own the rights.
Harder to get.
Or something like that. Yeah.
The paperwork back, I guess. Yeah, because I know 4 got a DVD release here, but no Blu-ray. Long out of print.
But VHS only.
But 3 is VHS only. Yeah. So, damn.
Legs.
So I might just have to find those from a fan source.
Hey, I have Hellriders. That's on my shelf. I have to watch it still.
I would actually like to get that 4 movie
DVD
set that has the other 2, the 2 warrior women ones.
Sorcerer. It's Sorcerer's Queen, Sorcerer Queen, and the Warrior and the Sorcerer. Sorcerer and the Warrior.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, it's
Barbarian Queen.
Barbarian Queen. That was the one. Yeah. So it's got the first 2 Death Stalkers.
Yep. Right, Death Talker.
And then those other 2, which have not been put out on Blu-ray as of yet.
That's the one I have.
So that's the one I'd like to get. You can still get the Deathstalker double feature. Like, they still have them in stock, apparently. Like, I've seen them.
I don't have money.
I know, but I'm just saying. Just so you're in the know. So if you do get money,
$36 to order it.
I know. So if you do get money, you can maybe get it. But
I love Deathstalker 1 and 2. They're terrible, but like in that entirely enjoyable way.
They're terrible in the good way. The fun way.
Rape Stalker one is like
Rape Stalker.
it's a little uncomfortable. That's all. It's just like okay, you're supposed to root for this guy, but he's kind of raping people.
He's a little rapey.
He's a little rapey. Yeah, exactly. Sexual assault stalker.
Yeah.
Like you're asking me to root for the guy who's not too good of a guy.
Well, I mean,
see, that's what
that movie doesn't have to give us a likable main character. To be fair, but I'm just saying.
No, well, this is true.
I saw a T-shirt recently that said like the narrator is an asshole. That's all the T-shirt said, and I was like, yes, because 90% of the time, what people don't realize is even in the fucking story, where the paragon of the story, like there's this great fucking hero of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, that guy is still an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're not reading into it enough to see it, but he's still a fucking asshole. The narrator of The Great Gatsby, who's just like if somebody standing by watching all this shit happening to these rich people, he's also rich. He's also an asshole. Like,
what an asshole!
Every narrator, almost every narrator, is an asshole. It's true.
Yeah.
I remember similar to that. I remember watching Exterminators of the Year 3000 a while back.
Hey, I love that one.
Yeah, so do I. Though, except
that.
there's one problem I've always had with it is the main character is meant to be very much an anti-hero. And, you know, he's kind of helping them begrudgingly. And the thing is, you know how the anti-hero stories go. Eventually, he's going to, you know, come to, you know, be more believing in the cause or being a good guy or helping or something. Well, unless he's Snake Plissken, but that's okay. So you know that's the way it's going to go, and that he's going to have, like, the sort of redeems himself moment and be, like, a proper hero. The problem I have with that movie is it takes so fucking long for the character to get to that point. It's like literally the last 10 minutes of the movie, he finally becomes the decent guy you knew he always would be, but the remaining 80 minutes of the movie, he's just been the asshole version of the character. I'm like, come on. Give him a little more time to be the good guy. We're supposed to be rooting for him, but I don't know.
I mean, I like it. I like a lot of the vehicles. No,
it's good.
Costumes and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's a decent enough, you know, Mad Max wannabe. But you know, my sort of favorite from that, or one of my favorites from that sort of era of post-apocalyptia films is Damnation Alley.
I have that.
Have you seen it yet? Have you seen Damnation? Oh, yeah. With the Landstalker. That's
the Landstalker was really a built vehicle too.
I know, it was amazing. I think a collector owns it now.
Special feature. There's a special feature on it.
Yeah. They have a big thing about the Landstalker. But yeah, Damnation Alley is great. If you guys ever get the chance to see it, it's a lot of fun. I got the Shout Factory, and I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, get it. It's good.
One in the UK or whatever.
You've actually got that one coming. Funny enough. Iceman? Okay, cool. I really enjoy. I'd heard about it for the longest time, but I didn't actually see it until I got the Blu-ray, and then I fell in love with it. It's like, wow, this is great. You know, great
movie. I saw it a couple times on TV back in the day.
Yeah, it's a good one, and it's fairly light. Like, it's not like an R-rated one per se, like the Road Warrior type. There's just a couple of scenes in it where it just. You know, it's just kind of they're out there surviving, occasionally running into trouble and stuff. But there's this one scene that things just go so horrific, like just out of nowhere in the middle of it. It's like, and you're, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? And then, most of them manage to escape and carry on their way. But there's just like, it's like, wow, I was not expecting that. I won't say anything about what it is, even remotely. I'll just let you be shocked and horrified as well when you see it.
I can confirm there's no rape in Damnation Alley.
No, there's no rape. It's perfectly. It's almost. Actually, up until that point, I would say this is a good, like, family-friendly post-apocalyptic film. Yeah. And then there was that. And then there was that one part. I was just like, "Holy shit! Traumatized children." I just traumatized all the children that I recommended this to. Oh well.
Oops.
Oops. Well, you gotta learn those harsh life lessons somewhere, right? So, okay, there we go. I didn't watch any movies this week, so I talked about other movies I watched other times. You're welcome.
Okay, so me and Stoud watched.
What did you guys watch?
We watched The Bridge in the River Kwai.
Oh, finally! Nice.
Yes.
And you said it was a garbage transfer.
It's a garbage transfer. Yeah. And then some guy on the Twitter was like, "Well, actually," and it's like, "No, dude."
Well, actually.
Oh no, from a 4K master.
No.
4K master doesn't mean it's going to transfer though.
No,
yeah,
they gave him a high quality sword.
They did a terrible job at the transfer.
Yeah, they had a great transfer and then destroyed it digitally.
It's very noisy. The contrast is all over the place.
Oh.
The colors like really weirdly vibrant in some shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Stoud. He just disappeared.
And yes, there's a new 4K transfer that is part of that new Sony set, which means we'll probably get a new transfer coming up. So, but I liked the movie. The transfer was very noisy, like not grainy, noisy. There's a difference.
Yeah,
I know the difference.
Grain is not noise, as we know. Grain is detail.
So, do you have any thoughts on Bridge, Stoudman?
Stoud disappeared.
Oh. Wait till he gets back then.
I don't know what happened. Anything that you watched on your own? Nope. We'll come back to Bridge? No? Okay.
Nope. I watched 2 movies with Stoud, and that was it.
All right. So.
And the other movie I watched with Stoud.
Well, we can take a segue until Stoud gets back here.
Okay, segue then.
What was my segue going to be? Oh yeah, I was looking up. I was curious about when the next Hulk Epic Collection is coming out. So I looked up the next Hulk Epic Collection. So apparently, Volume 5 is coming out. That's the next one in the order I've been collecting them. So Volume 5, which would be a collection of the early 70s stuff. That's coming out early next year.
Okay.
Before the end of this year is like Volume 12 or 15 or so. Anyway, one of the later volumes. But it's specific, much like the Gift X-Men volume was for me. This volume of the Epic Collection is the era that I collected back in the 80s. It actually starts with...
Wow!
Hello, welcome back, Stoud. So this one starts with John Byrne's run, the 6-issue run that he did, and it includes the Marvel Fanfare issue he did as well. That yeah. So the John Byrne run was great. It set up a whole bunch of stuff that was later followed up on by Al Milgrom, who took over from him. And Al Milgrom's run is where we met the Grey Hulk for the first time. And his stories set up a whole bunch of shit that Peter David later grabbed the ball and ran with.
The Doctor.
So pretty important. Like a lot of like world-changing stuff happens in this volume that set things up for like the next decade of Hulk stories. So pretty important. But also personally important because that's the point where I collected. So that and the volume before it, whenever that comes out, will cover the era that I collected back in the day.
So Stoudman, what did you think of Bridge over the River Kwai?
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It is exactly the kind of war movie that I like,
mm-hmm.
which is a war movie that kind of talks about not only the horrors of war
mm-hmm.
and like the terrible things that can happen to people,
yeah,
but also how they kind of cope with that shit and the types of things that soldiers actually have to go through that fucks with them for the rest of their fucking lives. Now, it doesn't get into that part of it, mind you, but you know, that's what I think of when I'm watching these types of movies.
What my fascinating take on this is, it's a really interesting discussion about fascism. All right, because the main like head guy for the
absolutely
the Allies is like acquiescing to a tyrant who's the prison captain or prison owner or whatever, right? And so, and in the process of that, he becomes corrupted. Because he acquiesced to evil power, he became evil himself. And that's literally the whole premise of the movie is like, we can't even for a second listen to the ideas of fascism because they will corrupt us. And we'll become fascists like them.
Yes. By the way, that's a character of Alec Guinness.
Yes.
Alec Guinness. So
the best fucking character in the movie, obviously.
You're literally watching Obi-Wan becoming a fascist.
Yeah.
I mean, but like... Yeah. That's the kind of things that happen to people who become prisoners of war. And I love that. It's really a deep movie. In a lot of ways, it makes you think about things. And, like, the way that a lot of... You know me. I got to have my framing, right? And the way that a lot of the things are framed in these shots are fucking phenomenal. Really great framing.
Look at the framing.
The transfer is terrible. But regardless of the transfer, it's still really well shot, and I really hope it
unwatchable. It's just terrible.
Yeah, I really hope it gets a better transfer someday. It deserves
it's not like
one.
patent bad. It's just obnoxious. It's not. It deserves way better.
And honestly, as I was watching it, and Skinslip can attest to this. I was watching it and thinking to myself, this actually reminds me a lot of The Thin Red Line. It really
Never seen
has
that.
a lot of the same tonal messages as The Thin Red Line.
I've got
which
that
is a
over here to watch
fantastic
with you,
movie.
so we just haven't watched it yet.
I have
Yeah.
actually I have the Criterion of that.
So do I.
I've never seen The Thin Red Line.
Neither have I.
It's so good.
And then my
It's
favorite
like my
movie.
favorite war movie.
We watched my favorite movie of last year, Color Out of Space, by the incomparable and irreplaceable Richard Stanley, who did Hardware and Dust Devil.
Yeah, I really want that one.
So
Oh my god.
good.
So there are several things to say about this, but I think the first and most important thing to note is you get at least 3 Nicolas Cage freakouts.
Yep.
You should be sold immediately, by the way. You should be sold immediately.
The color pink from
But-
Ghostbusters 2 is here.
You get exactly.
Pink color pink is beautiful. I love it.
But you get like when I say that, I mean you get like a solid 5 to 10 minutes of just Nicolas Cage on screen being a fucking freak, and it's wonderful. It's fantastic. You know what you're paying to see Nick Cage for. You know exactly why you're paying to see Nick Cage, and you get it in this movie. You get it in this movie. So
Richard
go buy
Stanley.
it.
Richard Stanley is a mad genius, and when you look at every frame of this film, you'll see like he has arranged certain things in the film, objects, the way the building's shaped, all these things are arranged in a frame to be like arcane symbols drawn in the circle at the very beginning of the film that the character's drawing.
Nice.
So it's like
So there's lots of
you're like,
visual
we're there,
cues
like, hey, there's
to
the
that?
like they're in this one room, like, hey, there's the air symbol as the window.
Oh,
And then
okay.
there's, like,
Neat.
Yeah.
I like stuff
It's
like
things
that.
like that.
So there's lots of things to find and spot as you're
Oh
watching.
yeah, it's
That's
such a good movie.
I like movies like
The
that.
base story itself is not a story you would be unfamiliar with. It's a fairly familiar story in terms of the horror genre. You know, a family who moved out to the middle of nowhere to a farmhouse, and they don't really know too much about farming. In this case, they're farming alpacas.
Yes.
Because, you know,
They're breeding alpacas because they're valuable.
Want to be hippie. Yeah, that. You know.
Okay.
But, like, the point being, like, they go out there. There's not really a reason that they went out there, but then some crazy shit starts happening because
They own the house. They went there for the right or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember.
This is a story that, though, in the horror genre, you've heard a million times before.
Yes.
The one that immediately comes to my mind for whatever reason is The New Daughter. But, yeah.
It's so weird to make that connection, but yeah.
I know, because it's like, you know, there are
Very
a lot of other movies I could make that connection with, but I like that one so much that I'm like, of course it's The New Daughter.
It's not about the fact that it's a tired setup. It's the fact that it's executed so well.
Exactly.
It's so beautifully shot, so well.
I like this better than The New Daughter. It's a similar story, but it's way... It's very much its own fucking thing. And just like all the different references and homages to all of these great fucking horror classics in this movie. If you like The Thing, you're gonna fucking love this movie.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. Sold. As if I wasn't sold enough already.
Richard Stanley is also now working on the Dunwich Horror, which is in the same universe as Color Out of Space.
Oh, nice. He's doing like his own little Lovecraft universe.
Yes.
Excellent.
I
like the sound
so
of that.
excited.
Yeah. Cool.
I gotta say, I did have an experience after watching this. By the way, I give it 10 out of 10 because it's a 10 out of 10 movie.
It's 10 out of 10 movie. It's perfect.
I had an experience when I was telling my brother about this. I was like, oh my God, you have to see this movie. Have you not seen this movie? You need to see this movie. And I was like, well, okay. It's H.P. Lovecraft. And then also you get like 3 solid scenes of Nicolas Cage being a fucking weirdo. and he's like, oh no. Because apparently he doesn't like Nicolas Cage. And I'm just like,
you have to.
I'm never going to share anything with you ever again.
You have to cut people like that out of your life.
I'm trying to enjoy.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
Enjoyable with you, and you're just like, you love H.P. Lovecraft, but you're not going to watch this now because it has Nicolas Cage in it. What the fuck is wrong with
See,
you?
that reminds me of when the Haunted Mansion movie came out. So clearly, I'm talking about something on completely the same level as Colorado Space. So when the Haunted Mansion movie came out, they had this wonderful teaser poster that said "opening soon" or something like that. It was just this beautiful teaser poster with like the gate leading to the house and everything. It was really beautiful artwork. Then the first trailer came out, and I'm watching it with. This is when I worked in the movie theater. Watching it with one of my movie theater managers, and yeah. So watching the trailer, the doorbell rings, door opens. It's Eddie Murphy standing there with his movie family, and we watch the trailer and da 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 da. I'm excited because I enjoy Eddie Murphy. I like the Haunted Mansion. I like haunted house things. So I'm like, okay. I wasn't expecting it to go in sort of a more comedy direction, but I'm down with that. I like the Murphy. So meanwhile, my manager buddy says, "Oh, I was excited about this movie. Now I'm not."
Because Eddie Murphy's in it.
Because Eddie Murphy was in it. Yeah. So same.
Because he's past his
same
prime,
shit, different
yo.
movie.
Is it Lovecraft Country or Lovecraft County? I know that new show coming out by Tyler Perry. Is that right? He's doing? No, it's not Tyler Perry. It's fuck. I feel so bad for saying that. What is the name of the guy who did the fucking Us? I feel so bad. Shut up.
I just wanted to say, Iceman, I really liked Die Monster Die. I actually had I had the Midnight Movies DVD of that from MGM. Scream Factory has since put it out on Blu-ray. I keep meaning to pick it up, but
get that, man.
Yeah, it's really good. Classic Boris.
So yeah, it's a new film coming out from Jordan Peele called Lovecraft, either County or Country. Oh, it is Country.
Oh, that's the new Jordan Peele one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Sold already. Love Jordan Peele.
My brain pooped that out. God damn it. So embarrassed right now.
Really?
Tyler Perry and Jordan Peele.
And now I really want Tyler Perry
most
to do a really
different people in the fucking world.
I know. They don't even look the same. It's so annoying. I don't want my brain popping out. It's so stupid.
Yeah, the only complaint I see people having with Jordan Peele's movies is some of them don't like the humor in them.
What?
Yeah, that's my reaction too. Like, what? First off, what horror movie doesn't have some humor in it? I mean, it's part of relieving the tension.
And also, how much is actually in those movies?
Well, not much. Well, there's more in Get Out, I think, but Get Out is more a straight up satire. It has a lot of satirical elements. And then there's his security guard buddy, which is really the only comic relief in the whole movie.
And that's like the best part of the fucking movie.
And he's great. He's so funny. But it's never a comedy. That's the thing. It's never a comedy. The other was in Us, where there's there's a moment where a conversation happens that fuck, I can't even say that. Like, I can't even say what the nature of the conversation
now I know
is.
There's a conversation.
There's characters talking to each other in it.
Dad said he'd watch it with me. We just haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Anyway, there's a moment. God. There's like literally one moment, which is a little bit of dark humor, and some people say, "Oh, that was like really out of place and just totally ruined the tension and blah blah blah," and like. No, it didn't. It alleviated the tension because it had been so... Well, they should have just kept ratcheting up the tension to just keep going. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. You need to have that relief. Otherwise, it negates the tension.
There is a maximum amount of tension you can pull.
You become...
And you'll peak.
Your audience... you literally numb your audience to it. So they just... don't feel it anymore, and they're not enjoying it anymore.
Exactly. You need to bring them back down in order to fucking bring them back up again.
Peaks and valleys, and that's what it is. And I think that Jordan Peele does it quite well. He injects those little bits of humor in there when you've just seen something really horrific, and then brings you back down. You have a little laugh, and then starts to ratchet it up again, you know.
Maybe that's what they don't like about it. They want like full ratchet all the fucking
well,
time.
that's what I hear. That's what I hear from people is like,
They
well,
don't
they
really
should have
know.
just kept going. But I don't
They don't
think
know.
that that's true.
They would find it boring then. They would say the movie was boring.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like,
like,
that's the thing. They don't realize it because they're not educated enough to realize. They don't know.
Well, no,
enough.
some of these people are educated people who normally I respect their opinions
Apparently
on
not.
films, but I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Apparently not.
Wrong.
They're
You're
not
missing the point
Your
on
opinion
this.
is wrong.
about
Yeah.
the movie specifically. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, it's, I don't know. I mean, humor's subjective, horror's subjective, so maybe that's
of course.
part of it.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, probably two of the most subjective things out there. But
They're allowed to be have their opinion and just
well, of
disagree
course,
entirely
yeah.
with it. Just
That's like
They're
and
allowed
not
to
only
have
do
their
I
opinion, I'm just
disagree,
sick
but
and tired
here's
of
all
them.
this evidence from the film itself to
Yeah.
prove that I'm
But-
right about what I'm saying.
but
honestly, like, I mean, okay, if you compare the two, Get Out and Us, Get Out has way more humor. Like Us,
it's a satire from the beginning. You know?
it's a satire from the beginning, and it's a very smart one, I think, and I
So good.
enjoy it very well. And when it hits those horrific moments, it is genuinely horrific.
You really
you know.
don't expect the mid part of the movie. You're like, what?
No,
What? I was like really confused at first. Like, wow, this is going in a place I did not expect.
yeah.
I was-
No, I really I need to watch it again. Actually, I really enjoyed the sort of journey that it takes you on. But with Us is played much more seriously, and really, other than that one moment that I can think of, I don't recall there being very much humor in it. Like, it's actually a pretty deadly serious movie through most of it. And maybe that's the problem people had with it, was they felt that in that case, maybe that was a little out of place.
Like, you should have done it 2 more times. Get the rule of 3, and it's a fucking theme,
yeah,
you know?
maybe that's...
Maybe that would have been a little better.
But honestly,
I
I mean, thinking back, I don't know where else they could have dropped something funny in.
don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
it's-
I'll let you know when I do.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
talk
see
about
what you think. I mean, maybe you'll be
Yeah.
okay with it. I was okay with it. It felt a little out of place, maybe, but I
don't think
I thought it was okay.
you know,
Like, I didn't really have a
a
big issue
jarring
with it.
scene is not necessarily bad. It might
No.
take you out of the moment, but it might. The whole point is to take you out of the moment.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Well, and I also kind of took it as just that's how those characters were coping with that moment, was just kind of, I mean, because, I mean, that's a very natural human reaction. You see something horrific that's so horrific, you laugh. Because it's like...
it's absurd.
Your
how
brain
horrific
just
it
can't cope with the reality of it. And, the characters in this movie get put through a lot of very, trying situations. So, yeah, so maybe that's just their lighter moment to try to cope with the horror of what they've been through up to that point. But, I mean, that's interpretation. I mean, you can interpret
Or
it
it's
either way.
entirely subjective when it comes to like the character's point of view too.
Yeah.
So you experience a movie through someone's point of view, which means their point of view is not reliable usually. So it's tinted with whatever their thoughts are.
Well,
so
yeah,
you can actually
that's-
play
yeah.
with that with the movie. But
That is true.
a lot of movies do that. But
Some-
no, I mean, so it's
some
it's
do.
like a lot of times you'll see like horror from their perspective is way more horrifying for that character than maybe it is for you,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Like it's a perspective thing. Anyway,
But,
I'm very high and tired.
That's okay.
Tired
Does
than
it have a
expected.
few? It's been a little while since I've seen it. I don't recall off the top of my head, but I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But there was one scene in particular that everybody seems to bring up that was kind of the specific one I was addressing. But I can't say too much about it because there's people in the room who
I
haven't
know.
seen it yet. But
I'll
that's
make
fine.
Stout watch with me soon.
But I mean, the thing I like about Jordan Peele's movies so far is they have the obligatory sort of twisty turny story where you don't know where it's going, and it keeps you guessing. But it's not like they just kind of drop like, oh, here's the big twist, bet you didn't see that coming. Like,
Right.
you can pick up on it if you like. I like that the clues are there and you can kind of pick up on what's really going on with both of them if you kind of pay attention. But or you can just go along for the ride and let the movie tell you.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
I let the movie tell me. 'cause
Let the
that's-
movie inform you. Yeah, exactly. And
Form your opinions after.
if it does it successfully, then good. But yeah, I enjoyed both of them, and I definitely like the sound of the new one there. If he's doing something perhaps a little Lovecrafty, I look forward to seeing when
It's
he's
called
coming.
Lovecraft Country, so
Lovecraft Country, or county, or country.
Yeah, it's called Country. Apparently.
It is country.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then of course all the other great horror movies coming out. I really like. I keep saying this, but I really feel like we're in a new golden age for horror right now. We've just been getting so much really good stuff, and such original stuff, and original takes on old stuff as well, like the Suspiria remake. I just feel like we're getting so spoiled right now, and I'm loving it.
Well, everyone's like saying, "Oh, horror's so bad." And like, when you're not looking hard enough, you really are not looking hard enough. Every year, we say this every time. Every fucking year, there's 10 to 20 movies that are amazing that you fucking missed because you weren't looking hard enough.
Yeah, well, or they're just relying. They're only looking at the big studio stuff, and they're not like looking. And it doesn't even have to be like full blown indie stuff. It could be just smaller films.
That's what I mean, though.
That were from the smaller film branch of the big studio.
5 out of 10 movies A24 puts out are horror movies, and they're all fucking good.
A24 is doing some great stuff. Yeah, it's
Blumhouse.
Yeah, Blumhouse definitely. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. So just
so much good content.
Look around. It's a great time to be a horror fan. It really is.
So, Stoudman, did you watch any other movies other than those two?
Nope. Didn't have time. I was doing work.
Okay.
I figured.
I also like horror when it's clever, 007. I mean, sometimes you like to go back to those old standards and watch something that's a little more formulaic, but you get those pangs of nostalgia, like a good old 80s slasher movie or something. But
slasher movie.
You want something new, something different, it's a good time to be a horror fan because there's a lot of new and different stuff coming out.
Baskin. That's another one you should see. It's another amazing, amazing horror
Baskin is basically what Hellraiser, a modern Hellraiser, would look like if they would do one.
So visually cool.
So good.
Cool. Baskin.
Visually stunning. And by the time we were near the end of the movie and I figured out what was happening, just the metaphor, the whole movie's metaphor, and I was like, oh, so this is what it is. And Stoudman sits there for a minute and he goes, oh yeah, good shit though. It was the way he just went, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Good shit.
All right.
Yeah, they're doing a new Hellraiser TV series.
They are, yeah, they're doing a Hellraiser TV series, sort of more deeply,
Good way to do it.
Deeply exploring that world and stuff.
There's a lot to explore. There's a lot of comics and a lot of
that's true.
Movies.
Yeah.
Well, so Michael, we watched the thick of it, at least like the first few episodes.
We watched most of the first season.
Yeah,
but,
eventually.
We're at least familiar with it.
But yeah, they've seen some of it. We were doing
the one we keep mentioning is that scene where he goes in like that. It's what you do best, mate. And he goes in to do the speech. Comes back. Well, that was a fucking disaster.
I remember the one we left off in was where Malcolm Tucker was trying to clean up the horrible mess that the PM had made. And the PM is just sitting in the closet listening in, eating biscuits. And
we should rewatch that at some point.
Well, we should. Well, and there's a lot we didn't watch too. Like we didn't finish watching. But no, at the time we were group watching it, not like streaming for the world, but just for ourselves. We were group watching that. We would watch a couple episodes of the thick of it, and then we would watch a couple episodes of Miami Vice. So we were doing kind of double. That was like the thick of it was our cartoon before the main feature, essentially. No, it's not a cartoon, but just because it was short. So we were kind of working our way through both, and then just life happened and we didn't get back to it. So at some point we will.
That's that.
Because they are good.
I think we're done. Maybe?
I think we're done. Alrighty. Well, have yourselves. I'm not going to stream after this. I've already been going for almost 10 hours now between this and the streams I did before. So have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody. I'm just going to relax and then go to bed. And but I will be back on sometime tomorrow. Still got lots of editing to do. Didn't make a huge dent in it today. Got a few things done, but we'll get some stuff done. Working on some holiday videos that I neglected to do when the holiday was relevant. So you'll see those when those respective holidays roll around again. Also, some of you may have noticed update videos returned this week. At the moment, they're only going to be on Fridays, but I do have some more coming that you'll see during the week. There's a couple of package openings coming out next week. One of which is from Skinslip here. Actually sent me a big, massive package. So there's a huge package opening video for that. And then there's
What?
Yeah, you
What?
did. I know.
Was that the package that you?
How'd
I'm
you-
so confused.
Huh? Yeah.
Is that the one you already opened on stream?
Yes.
Oh,
There's-
okay.
It's going on
Fuck.
YouTube now. So
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah.
You got a package for me, motherfucker.
Also,
I ain't seen another package.
I can't remember if you were in the stream at the time, but there was the gift that you included for Rose, which we opened on stream, but I didn't film it separately.
Not see that, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I clipped the stream portion where she was given the present and opened it, and I explained what it was, and she read your letter and everything, and I dropped that in to the package opening video as well.
Did
So-
she like it, at least?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, she was very, very interested to check it out. So anyway, she's so everything's included there. So it's the package opening.
I hope it spark her interest in
My
more special effects.
my confusion about what the mystery package was, your confusion because you couldn't remember what was on the letter, and
I was like,
then
what was on the letter?
and
Yes,
then
that's like-
Rosie getting
wrote it.
and then Rosie getting the thing, opening the thing that you sent as well. So it's all in there. Anyway, that's
Okay.
going up on Wednesday, I believe.
All right.
And then on Friday, there's actually 2 videos coming out. There's another package opening, one from longtime viewer Mega Commandy, and then there's another update video. So look forward to that. And then there's even more stuff coming. I'm so far behind on updates. You can be assured of a shit ton of them coming your way over the next couple of months, actually.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Fucking A.
Which might actually end up leading us right into Halloween. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then, of course, lots and lots of Fortnite videos, which I know all of you love collectively in unison
Right.
all the
Hey,
time.
Fortnite, yeah, Fortnite.
All right. Anyway, have yourselves a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
Venus. Stay
Good
straight.
night.
Stay safe, everybody.
Everybody
Stay
stay
safe. But yeah,
Safe.
seriously, guys, like with all the craziness out there, really do stay safe this week, because
Yeah.
we love you all. All right, have a good one, guys.